What is going on, Kia Threes Nation slash family? It's y'all favorite group. We ain't got all eight of us right now, but we still got five of us. You know, we gonna be on top real soon. Today's video or today's stream is gonna be very different from these other streams. You know, everybody got different creativity, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I'm gonna tell you this, guys: a lot of people have not done one of these segments, and it's gonna get real late. And we're gonna see what these people in our group, what their type is. Because I tell you this, I got some girls lined up, and if y'all passing on these people, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have to say something about it. But anyways, if y'all new, subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, comment, come down to the stream. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the four starting off. But we are going to start off the stream with Who's Better 81. What's going on? Now, if y'all don't know what is Who's Better, pretty much I'll give y'all an example. So I have Russell Westbrook. That's going to be the player. And then I'm going to name at least 10 players, and I'm going to ask the group, is he better than Russell Westbrook? Now, that's not the player that we're going to be talking about, but that's just kind of the example. So to start it off, the player that we have is Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz, who had a great season for the Orlando Magic last year, continued to improve. Let's not forget, former number one overall pick, the 76ers gave up on him a little bit too quick, but now he's on the Magic. What a bright future. So, first name pop up, Jordan Clarkson. Markelle Fultz, let me know what you guys think.
Give me Clarkson. I'm going off top. I want Clarkson.
No. Give me Markelle Fultz.
Oh, Fultz? That's spicy.
Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Clarkson, bro.
Clarkson is quite a spark off the bench. Well, and right now he's starting, but like he's that guy that he can be that six-man spark off the bench. Fultz brings it all. Defensively, playmaking. I like Fultz, man. I'm taking Fultz.
I like Fultz. Don't got that takeover like Jordan Clarkson.
I'm saying, bro, Jordan Clarkson got that let go.
That's fine, but that's
Sometimes.
not Fultz's role. That's sometimes. The other times he can be bad. Fultz is always consistent. He's bringing defense. He's bringing playmaking. He's one of the better mid-range shooters.
You're number one
in the
overall
entire
pick,
league.
and you got traded, and you're talking to me about consistency.
Who
Come on
cares
now.
about
If you're
number
number one overall pick,
number one
you get
pick
traded that
matters.
quick.
We're
You
talking
weren't
about
doing
players
something
in the
consistent.
NBA. We're talking. That doesn't matter,
Bro,
we're talking
that's
about who we're
completely
taking
different.
Today, what player are we taking? I don't care what draft pick they were taking. That's a different conversation we can have. Markelle Fultz brings the defense day in, day out. One of the better mid-range shooters in the entire league. He's a leader. I like Markelle Fultz.
And
Man,
the
no way.
entire league,
and
the
he's
whole
still
league,
doing it. He's still
the
doing it.
The 400 people there in the NBA, he's one of the top mid-range shooters.
I would give him it. Yes.
Well,
that's a bold
just
statement,
one of
I'm
the
not gonna
top.
lie.
Yeah, that's pretty vague.
All right.
I mean, yeah, he is.
Let me ask you a question. So I think I heard y'all answers, but I just want to confirm it so the stream can hear it. Garrett, who did you have?
I had Markelle Fultz.
You had Markelle Fultz, and Jay had Markelle Fultz, or you had Jordan Clarkson.
No,
I
I
think
had
Jay
Jordan
Clarkson.
Clarkson.
So they
Gels
so,
Fultz too.
perfect. This is what we like, man. So shaking my head, aka Garrett, Jelton, they both have Markelle Fultz, man. Now listen, just defend yourselves a little bit. Explain why would you take Markelle Fultz? Both y'all can talk together. Just let us know in the chat, like, or for the stream, and even the people that you're going against right now, because clearly they think that Jordan Clarkson is better than Markelle Fultz. So I kind of want to hear both sides, and then we'll move on.
Well, first of all, we can tell sometimes when some people are going off narratives, and Markelle Fultz calling him a bust, man. It's so crazy because the second overall pick had more hype than him, and I even know it as a Bulls fan. He might never step foot on a court again. But Markelle Fultz, what I've seen from him over, especially the last couple years when he has been there, and this past year he was there, consistency. Defensively, miles away ahead of Jordan Clarkson. I think he's one of those guys that he can be the engine of your team. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson can kind of get your team hype. He can be that like spark plug scorer in a sense. But nobody's, at least for the future, I'm definitely building around Markelle Fultz over Jordan Clarkson. And just in terms of like what he brings on both ends of the floor, his overall impact of making people better, Jordan Clarkson can make the team better a little bit with his scoring to an extent, and sometimes his playmaking. But Markelle Fultz makes everyone better on the Orlando Magic, including himself, day by day. So give me Markelle.
People want to call Markelle Fultz a bust because of draft positioning, and he's not all flashy like he was in college. But I will tell you right now, him potentially being a bust in these narratives are not telling the full story. Markelle Fultz is a ball player, and that's for dang certain. He's going to make the team better, as Garrett said. His defense, top tier in the league out of the guard position. Mid-range shot, as I said earlier, I firmly believe he's one of the best mid-range shooters in the entire league with room to grow. Jordan Clarkson, a fantastic player in his own right, but not quite the team player that I'd want on my own franchise.
I need to
Troy,
hear
you
from
wanna
y'all
start?
boys. I need to hear from y'all boys. What y'all think, Trill and Jay?
You want to start cooking,
First
Trill?
of all, y'all are going off of a 60 game sample size. The year before that, he only played 18 games. The year prior to that, he only played 8 games. And admittedly, his first year in Orlando, he did play 72 games. But if history tells us anything, and I think history does tend to repeat itself in the NBA, it tells us we're not going to have him. We're not going to have the availability that we need from Markelle Fultz. And admittedly, yes, he's played better than what he has throughout his career. But he's not a 20-point per game guy like Jordan Clarkson is. And yes,
Yet.
he does have average more assists, and he is a better playmaker than Jordan Clarkson. However, when we look at the assist totals, Jordan Clarkson is almost at 5 assists a game. Markelle, I believe he's hitting 6 this year. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he's about at 6 this year.
Yeah.
That's not much, especially considering you're their starting guy. Jordan Clarkson is coming off the bench and doing that. So Jordan Clarkson is starting. I think he can meet that same playmaking total because we've seen Jordan Clarkson in a role where he's had to play making. I've seen him in a role where he's had to play make, and that was when he first started out in LA. Now, it wasn't the prettiest, don't get me wrong, but he was a rookie. Rookies learn, rookies grow, but from that point forward, he was no longer a point guard. So it's kind of hard to fault him for that because he was taken out of that role very early. But I know you said Markelle Fultz can be an engine of a team. That's what he was drafted to do. He didn't succeed in doing that, which is why he's gone. And I understand.
He was drafted to be the
drafted,
engine of the
yeah.
Sixers.
I
After they
understand.
had Joel Embiid.
Hold on.
And Ben
When you're
Simmons.
I let y'all speak. When you're drafted number 1, you're looked to be the future. You're looked to be with one of my 1 or 2 guys, in your guys' case, 2 guys, because you have Joel and Ben. You're looked to meet that trio and build with them and go and work and do what you got to do. But he added nothing to that team, which is why he was shipped off. It's great that we see Markelle Fultz getting a bill of health. It's great that we see him playing better. But make no mistake, he is not better than Jordan Clarkson because of a 60-game sample size. He can get there. He can make his way there. And yes, of course, if you say going forward, that's going to help Markelle 10 times out of 10 because Jordan Clarkson's going on, his 9th year in the league compared to Markelle Fultz's 5th. So that's an arbitrary argument in itself. But if we're talking right now, this day on, what's today, July 31st, 2023, give me Jordan Clarkson for my basketball team.
Facts. You were spitting facts, and I'm glad you said right now because that's what we're talking about. When we say who's better, it's not saying Jordan Clarkson. He doesn't cap out. His ceiling's not as high as Markelle Fultz. It's about right now. Who am I taking on my team? I'm taking a game changer. I'm taking somebody that I can rely on heavily for scoring down the stretch. I haven't seen that from Markelle Fultz yet in his career. Yeah, the Orlando Magic had some notable wins over the Boston Celtics multiple times this season, but that's due to the talent that's on the Orlando Magic with Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and them boys. But when it comes to the Utah Jazz, they're also talented. But it wasn't Lauri Markkanen a lot of the time scoring down the stretch. The Utah Jazz relied on Jordan Clarkson. And I want a guy like that can also not only be a main ball handler, be a main scorer, but can also facilitate a little bit too. And he's doing that off the bench. He has been way more impactful this season for the Utah Jazz off the bench than Markelle Fultz has been since he joined the Orlando Magic this year. So I'm taking Jordan Clarkson.
Hey, you don't watch the Magic, man. This is exactly why he hates Anthony Black.
I literally,
my thing is too, bro. You were saying like, oh, well, Jordan Clarkson averages 1 less assist. When you're averaging like 5-6 assists a game and you're averaging 1 less assist and 1 more turnover a game, That's huge in my opinion, because it's like, bro, that's like almost twice, 3 times, or so, whatever the math is on that, like 3 times the playmaker efficiency wise is what Markelle Fultz is, and in that comparison. And also, it's not just that. I think it's unfair to give the argument where it's like, yeah, he was drafted to be the engine of the team. That's, cool. But also, he was put in a position where how many times are you the number 1 overall pick and you're following the same guy, the same draft the year before was also the number 1 pick, and he's on the same team as you as well, especially when that guy had way more hype. Markelle Fultz was expected to be a great player, but the other guy, Ben Simmons, people said he was the left-handed LeBron coming out of, right? This is what people were saying. And at the same time, bro, Joel Embiid had one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in the last 10, 15 years. So I think that's kind of an unfair argument. And the fact that he had a pinched nerve, that's something we haven't seen to the degree that we saw with Markelle Fultz probably in a long, long time from a lot of players. So to me personally, I'm not even really counting the first 2 years of his career. That's just me. Maybe you guys do. But, bro, I'm counting what I see in Orlando. And, yeah, he's had injuries. But, bro, I like what I'm seeing out of Markelle Fultz moving forward. And I don't care what you say, Jay. Right now, who's the better player? Markelle Fultz. If I want to win, Markelle Fultz.
And I want to add this too. We talk about health. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Trent. Go ahead.
I'm going to read this comment real quick, and then I want to move on because we do have a big list. All right?
All right.
But I'll let you get your last take in. Same. I'm taking Jordan Clarkson over Fultz. Who gives a F about the Magic? And now I will say something about this, Mr. 81. The Magic have a great future.
I was going to say, I'd be watching them heavy.
Yeah, they're a very fun team, so let's relax on that. But, Jelson, go for your last take, and then we'll be moving on.
I just want to put this out there that we talked about games played last year as 60 games for Markelle Fultz. Jordan Clarkson played 61 last year. One more game. And I also
79 before and 68 before. And then
we're talking about last year.
But didn't Jay say we're talking about right now?
Yeah, we're talking about right now. Markelle Fultz. And
that's not what I said. You're responding to me, not Jay. Knock it off.
I'm responding to Team Jordan Clarkson down there.
And then I'm just talking about basketball.
Your teammate lacking, man.
I'm just talking about basketball.
All right, listen. So that was a good one, man. And the list is only going to get better and stronger. So I'm interested to see what y'all takes on the next player. Chat, let me know what y'all got. But the next player will be Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown or Markelle Fultz.
Brucey B, bro. What are we doing?
Hey, give me double B's, bro.
Okay. I thought you was about to say Markelle again. I was about to be sick.
Am I gonna be the only guy saying Markelle Fultz?
No way. There's no way you believe that.
I'm taking Markelle Fultz.
Let me ask this, and this is the only I just need to know: is Markelle providing what Bruce Brown provided to a championship team?
In the way he did, no. That's what I would say. Like, I think this is a hard
I don't mean what he did because they're two different players. I mean just like
just impact wise?
Yes, impact wise.
I mean, one day he can, yeah. The thing is, you're not gonna on the Orlando Magic in the situation he's in. But if you had him, let's say he's on a team like the Denver Nuggets and he needed to be, because Bruce Brown at a lot of times, maybe you could argue is the 3rd most important player for Denver, but for the most part, probably around 4th or 5th, I would say. So if you're asking Markelle Fultz to be that, I think you definitely can get that out of him, especially if he's there. I think just Markelle Fultz as an individual, he makes everyone around him more than Bruce Brown does. Even though Bruce Brown can play his role better or play as a role player better, I think Markelle Fultz can play as the primary point guard, as the playmaker, the primary guy on the perimeter better than Bruce Brown. That's why I would take Markelle Fultz. I know that he hasn't been in a situation like that. That's why it's kind of a hard argument, but bro, I'm taking Markelle Fultz. It's not his fault that he's on the freaking Magic right now. Like,
the only thing I don't like is a lot of your caveats are right now going forward. It's not.
I just
not right now. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. But you were saying going forward a lot, and it's like.
The way I argue for this is, I'm looking at Markelle Fultz and I'm looking at Bruce Brown, and who would I have more belief in if I had to pick just one? Like, don't factor in any other players or anything else. If I had to pick just one, straight up basketball sense, I would take Markelle Fultz.
But why?
That's just how I see it.
You saw Bruce Brown contribute to a championship level team. You haven't seen that from Markelle Fultz. So why do you believe that?
Bro, he's on the Magic. What do you mean?
Okay, I want to add
Okay,
this.
and Bruce Brown didn't have a phone call last season around this time.
I get that, and he's great, and like I said, playing his role for sure. I think he's great in his role, and I think Markel is great in the position he's in. But what I'm saying is, bro, if Markel Fultz, like, it's just going to be an if argument because Markel Fultz has never been on a team like the Denver Nuggets. He's never played with a guy like Nikola Jokic, the best player in the world, or Jamal Murray, who's arguably the best
it ain't an
playoff
if
riser
argument.
today.
Brucey
And-
B.
Hey, let me add this. Let me add this right here. I think
This ring talk, man. I mean,
the truth here is if we want to discuss, Markel Fultz being the better basketball player as a whole, whatever, that doesn't matter to me because we ain't playing one-on-one right now. Okay. We're talking about basketball as a whole. Bruce Brown has showed that he can contribute to a championship winning culture, organization, team as a whole. And now, with that being said, Markel Fultz very well could do that in the future, for all I know. But we're not talking about the future. As we said with Jordan Clarkson, we're talking about today. Give me the man that won a championship and was a contributing player day in, day out.
okay, so what I would say, Jelson, and then honestly, like, we can even move on to the next one. The only thing I would say is that, yes, like, gauging like teammates, or even like if you're comparing like two players and you're looking at the competition they play, whatever, like sometimes it can be like very subjective. But I think in some senses, like when you just look at what is around a player like Markel Fultz, and I mean, excuse me, like Paulo's great, Wendell is great, but I just think it's vastly different than the supporting cast that you have in Denver. And there's a big reason why, even though Bruce Brown left, Denver is still projected to win the championship next year, right? Whereas Markel Fultz, with Markel Fultz, this team could make the playoffs this year. Without Markel Fultz, I don't see them making the playoffs. So like that's kind of just the way I see it.
So
Steph,
Markel is moving the needle?
Here's
he's
the thing.
not moving the needle.
No, I seriously,
No.
I'm on the Bruce Brown
What?
train here.
Oh my God.
I'm on
No.
the Bruce Brown train here, but
This is
Markel
hate, man.
Fultz is definitely moving the needle because he is that facilitator, or he is that guy that's setting up the team for success, in my opinion. He's not
Bro,
the
they
best
were
player on
5.
that team.
Let me remind you, Steph. They were 5-20 last year before he got there. When he came in, they were over 500. They were better than my Bulls, better than Devin's Raptors, or whatever. You know what I mean? Gabe's Raptors. Bro, they probably could have been a playoff team if they played the whole year like that. So yes, he is moving the needle from 4 or 5 seeding placements. Bruce Brown,
All I have to say,
he's a great role player,
bad.
but no, he's not. Go
all
ahead.
I have to say to that is correlation does not equal causation. I understand he came to the team and what they did after that, but that's very early in the season, and there's this 82-game stretch for you to turn it around at some point. I understand. I get it. And he did make this team better. I'm not trying to say he didn't do that. All I'm saying is this Magic team has the talent to make the playoffs without him, for one. And two, Brucey B is better than him at basketball.
No. And without Markel Fultz, just last thing, and then you can go Trent. The next one. The guard play moving forward like this season and next season, if Markel Fultz is out of the picture, would struggle. And they have solid guards, but I don't think they can do what he can do. That's
Anthony Black doing the job, boy.
Hell no, you know
he's going to be good. I don't think he's Markel Fultz, though.
Him and Jet Howard got it.
These boys are going back and forth, man, and that's only the second player on the list, man. So what I'm gonna do is, man, I'm gonna throw another guy in there. I'll probably give y'all 5. I'll give y'all 5. I don't want to give the whole list because we'll be here all day. But I'm gonna give my top 5, and we're gonna start off. The next player is going to be, and with this guy, he hasn't played an NBA game yet, but we are gonna be predicting, right? Obviously, he's a third overall pick. Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson, Markel Fultz. Like I said,
Scoot. I'm taking
like
Scoot.
I said, hasn't played an NBA game yet. We're going off his, I wouldn't say college, but his
The
stuff
G
where
League.
his G League in the first couple games of Summer League, or Markel Fultz. Who are you guys taking?
Hey, if we're talking about next year strictly,
Give me Fultz.
Okay.
What the fuck are we
I think
doing?
for me, like,
Y'all love Markel.
I'm
here's
not
the
gonna
thing.
lie.
I think Fultz can be a really important player and a really good player in the NBA, all-star for multiple years, if he was in the right situation, right scenario. I just think Orlando, like, yeah, they do have quality players like Paulo, like Franz, like Wendell. They don't quite have what Markel provides them, but they got enough players around them that are going to score the ball. It's going to probably bring down, his stats. People aren't going to be valuing him the same way. Whereas I'm looking at Portland, assuming Dame walks out that door, that's going to be like open, everyone's going to be, holding up the keys. Who wants to drive, and it's going to be basically Scoot and Shaden and Simon.
I will say this. Let me say this, and I should have clarified it before. Dame's technically still in this roster. So let's not forget that. And they still have Simon. So you got to figure out who's going to be better, but you got to figure out, because he's on the roster, he's not on the Heat. Dame, Simon, and Scoot. Is that going to work out? So you have to look into that type stupe, because
Y'all gonna hate what I gotta say.
So let's hear
it. Just real quick, I will say if Dame is still on the team next year, and as Justin said, talking about next year, then I will say Fultz. If he is not on the team, then I'd probably say Scoot, just because it's going to be so open,
Even with Dame on the team, Scoot is averaging Markel Fultz numbers. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Scoot is averaging. He might not get 20. I won't say might. He won't get 20 a game with Dame on the team. But Dame not on that team. Oh, clear. But I'm gonna act like Dame is on the team, and even with Dame on the team, Scoot is a better basketball player than Markel Fultz. Scoot has the athleticism. Scoot has the playmaking. He sold me. I ain't gonna lie. First of all, he sold me on day one when they played Wembanyama in that team way before like the NBA season started last year. The way he was diming his team up and the way his game was already, I don't want to say matured, but you could tell he's ready to be on this NBA stage. He sold me. And then when we get to the Summer League, even though it was 2 games, small sample size, the biggest question mark was his shooting. And he shot the ball pretty well. Not as well as you expect from a point guard, but in terms of what we've talked about, in terms of Scoot not being the best shooter coming into the draft, he shot very well. Now, he was streaky, I'd admit, but I wouldn't say Markel's streaky, but past the mid-range game, the mid-range and slashing, I'm not expecting Markel to hit threes or anything like that. Scoot, I think I can expect that from Scoot to happen here and there, 1, 2, 3 games. But I personally would go Scoot strictly because of just his skill. His skill set is here. There's no arguing it.
Yeah, I just wanted to preface my point, like was saying Fultz is, first of all, if Dame is on the roster. Second of all, I just don't like to hold like these rookies to high expectations or even compare them to these guys that are relatively established NBA talents. Scoot, in my opinion, as I've said you can check throughout my YouTube channel, I've said that I think Scoot is going to be the best player in this class, period. But I also want to say that I don't want to hold the expectation that he's going to be better than a guy that I already know is a good defender, already know is a good team player, and I expect growing pains out of Scoot Henderson.
Yeah, I just want to say that now that Trent said if Dame is on that roster, you know what? Even if he's not on the roster, I might have to go Markel, bro. I said Scoot originally. I'm gonna have to switch back to Markel. The more I think about it, like Justin said, when I'm thinking about defense, Markel Fultz can really lock you up. He could really give you problems on the defensive end. But Scoot's on the short side of guards, and a lot of guards in this league is tall. You got Luka Doncic, LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton. They're pretty tall. I think Scoot's were like 6'1". About that, yeah, he's really talented. He got the athleticism, but I'm rocking with Markel Fultz. I know what I'm gonna get out of him. I know he has been working on 3-point shot. He's not on the Scoot level when it comes to being a knockdown shooter, but he's definitely working his way there. He had the playmaking ability, I would say, as on the level or more than Scoot Henderson. He had the athleticism that rivals Scoot Henderson. There's no doubt about that.
Rivals.
Markel Fultz gets up. But
I'm not saying he doesn't, but there's a different type of explosion with Scoot when he takes off.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna do this rapid fast. So give y'all, because we got to get through this topic, but I'm gonna give y'all rapid fast answers. Let me just respond to this comment right here. What y'all guys think about this?
No, that's way too far. I can't even give a take like that.
No. I said in my videos, I said that this is a very good possibility, but as I said before, I'm not gonna say anything too soon.
Man,
well, anybody could be a Hall of Famer. He's a rookie. Of course, it's a possibility.
Bro, I know that Fultz is like you know, I get he's not a great shooter, but I feel like y'all are kind of like gassing up a lot, like Scoot's 3-point shooting.
for
like,
sure.
I didn't gas it. I said
Hey.
I expect him to maybe knock down a couple, but
Yeah,
he's
I
not
feel
that
like
shooter.
that's kind of like apples and oranges in a way. Like, I mean, Fultz did have his best 3-point
What you mean
shooting
by
year.
apples and oranges?
Like,
Like
it's like here's like it's like yeah,
Nigga, they're
this
both
or that. Like,
fruits.
pick your poison in a way.
They're both fruits. You can compare them.
Let's move on. Let's
The
move on.
point.
Like I said, I'm going to make it rapid fast. And then whatever one that we want to talk about, we can get deep into. But I'm just gonna start naming players, and y'all just go. All right. So we're gonna go Jaden Ivey, Markel
Ivy.
Fultz.
Ivy.
Fultz.
Fultz.
Oh my
All
God,
right.
what are we doing?
Yep.
Sounds good. Next player, we are gonna be doing Josh Hart.
Fultz.
Fultz.
Easy. This one's
I'll go
easy.
Fultz.
Yeah.
Knicks fan over here is
I'm not-
struggling.
In terms of
Jay.
winning for real, Josh Hart.
Jay, just stop.
All right.
Just stop, bro.
Amin.
Give me
or-
Amin.
Fultz.
No,
Amin.
give me Fultz.
I'm gonna go with Fultz just because, like, I mean, the argument I made with Scoot, like, I feel more confident with him and Amin.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Ben McInerney.
I don't give a fuck if they haven't played an NBA game. These
It wasn't-
players are
it
better
wasn't
than
that.
him.
It wasn't just that, but also like that's not ideally a great team. But bro, there's gonna be so many guys with the balls and ball. Whoa, pause.
Hey,
the ball in their
bro.
hand.
It's okay. But here's the thing. Amin's that facilitator. He's the one that's going to be I got you. I'm not mad at it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm
if we're
getting
gonna go with Amin, we're gonna go with his twin brother, Asor. What is going
I'll
on?
say same thing. I'm taking Fultz. They
I
haven't
feel-
proved that they can win at a high level, bro.
A star.
can't-
Give me a
I
star.
can't
I'm not
pick
gonna
a
lie.
star
That OTE shit,
can't-
man. I don't believe
only
it.
because we have a healthy Cade. It's hard for me to pick a SAR with a healthy Cade. Now, say Cade gets hurt early again, like then I might go a SAR, but Cade is about to have that ball in his hand. So SAR is gonna have to adjust a lot.
And real quick too, just also like, bro, they still have Bogdanovich on the team, so it's like, what is
shit, I
Asar's?
forgot.
What is his role gonna be right now? You know?
Yeah, that's
Especially because Bogey played he played his way into being one of their first two options.
yeah.
He was like their best player last year, really.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
For sure. So we're gonna get some memes getting ready, man. We're gonna get some memes. My player that I think he shouldn't be here, Killian Haynes. What's going on? Markel.
Markel, bro. Stop playing
What?
with me, man.
no, kill it. Nah, that's wild, bro.
Do I
Well,
need
no,
to
no,
play
no,
as the
no,
fourth?
They're the same player, if you ask me.
Oh, bro.
Ooh. Wait,
I'm fucking with you. I'm playing.
Okay,
with
we
you.
get sure. All right, listen. I'm gonna go with this one right here. But when I say this player, I want you to. He's healthy. Let's think about this. Lonzo Ball playing for the
Lonzo.
Chicago Bulls.
Lonzo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold
wait.
on, hold on, hold on, Garrett.
You got
I'm not gonna
by your
lie.
Bulls.
I'm
No.
taking Markel Fultz.
That's crazy.
The
That's
thing is, too.
crazy.
Okay. Let me explain myself. My thing is, bro, Lonzo has been great for us when he's been on the court too. And my thing is too, at least moving forward, he might never play again. But just me personally, I've always been a little bit more high on Markel Fultz than Lonzo Ball.
As of
And
right
I'm-
now,
Yeah. Do you see Lonzo anywhere near a court
No,
right
nah,
now?
No, we
Assuming
said if he's
healthy.
healthy. Yeah, we said
Yeah.
assuming healthy.
If he even comes back, will he even be the same? Like, I don't know.
No, but that's the thing. That's what we're saying. Assuming he's
Yeah,
healthy.
like he was at the level that he was pre-injury.
Here's my rebuttal. Okay. If we had this conversation with Lonzo and Markel in 2019, I would probably feel the same way against Markel because, like, bro, is that pinched nerve going to really ruin his career? He's bounced back from it, though. Like, this right now, what Lonzo's going through, this might completely ruin his career as we know it. We might never see him again. And so right now, that's the stage we're in. I don't know what to expect from Lonzo Ball, if he'll ever even be on a court again or something like that, and how he'll even come back. It'll probably be a slow, like, progression. By that point, Markel Fultz, he might be playing like a potential all-star guard in the Eastern Conference.
We're
So how am I-
talking about Lonzo comes back healthy. It's not hindering him at all.
I'm gonna still go with Markel Fultz. I've always been a little bit higher on him. That's just my thing.
I can't.
Interesting.
How? Why?
No,
We
no,
just
keep it
haven't
pushing. We
seen
gotta
it
keep
on the
pushing.
court because of because Markel missed some time. So like, yeah, healthy Lonzo, sure, but then you can't. If this is the argument you were gonna make, you can't make the argument for like, oh, well, Markel, like he's an injury concern, stuff like that. You got to take both of them at their full health. And I get it. Like Lonzo is probably more box office, but bro, I feel more confident in Markel Fultz. I was always more confident in Markel Fultz.
For sure.
But Lonzo turned himself into
Hey.
a respectable 3-point shooter. He
And
turned
Fultz is in
himself
the-
into
Fultz
one
is
of
in the
the
process
best
of doing that.
perimeter
He-
guard defenders in the league. He turned
Right.
himself into one of the best facilitating and playmakers in the league. As soon as he got hurt, your Bulls team was not. It was a shell of itself. And even
It
your
was more
defense,
than that,
though,
though.
even
was
though
more than
your
that.
defense was better than what it really should have been, when Lonzo got off the court, Alex Caruso in large part was their dolo. Yes, Patrick Williams had some moments and stuff like that, but Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso, they were a two-headed snake on the defensive end. And what he's shown past what he was coming into the league, what he's developed into now, I think that's enough to say he's better than Markel Fultz.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say, and then Trent can go. Like, just I'm tired, and I know like you weren't completely saying this, but like, bro, I'm tired of people saying that the Lonzo Ball injury is like what's ruining the Bulls. It's not, bro. Lonzo Ball can be healthy. He can be like a supreme version of himself. And again, I'm not saying you were saying this, but like the people that do, like, bro, I don't care what it is. The Bulls, that's not fixing the Bulls. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not. I mean, it's not moving the needle substantially more than where we were this year.
Nah, I'd say move the needle pretty good.
I think it's moving more.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a Chicago Bulls fan, man. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But just 2 more names, and that's it. And we'll move on to the next topic. Fred VanVleet.
Markel. I'm not gonna lie.
Markel.
For sure. All right, if y'all had Fred VanVleet, I'm not going to lie.
Wait.
I mean, honestly,
Give
I
me
think
Freddie.
it's kind of
I was
crazy.
gonna say
you
it's
guys
not
said
crazy to say Father
Markel's-
Fred.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of crazy. You guys have Markel so fast. I'm taking Markel, but I feel like his contract is playing a big part in this, probably.
Oh
Would you
yeah,
rather-
you're right. Yeah, give me Fultz.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then my last one will be, let's see. Okay. Cam Whitmore.
Can't
Fultz.
win more.
Fultz,
I'm taking
bro.
I'm
Fultz.
going full.
All right. So that's the end for who's
I
better.
wanted to go Cam. So
I'm not
bad.
gonna lie, man.
I could tell.
Cam gonna come
Hey,
over.
I like Cam, bro.
Cam nasty. Let me throw one more. Derrick White. Who we going? Derrick White, Markel.
Derek White.
Derrick White.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What?
I was going D White for that one, but just let me know.
Wait.
yeah,
Give me Marco Fultz.
Nah,
Right.
no way.
I'll change it up right now. I'll go Derrick White. I do think in time, like Fultz could be for sure. He has that potential, but right now, like what I've seen out of Derrick White, you can't deny.
Hey,
I
don't-
genuinely think Fultz is gonna turn into Derek White.
I don't like
Well, I
Derek
can see
White's
that.
hairline,
I can
bro.
see that for sure.
I could honestly see that.
That
Actually,
dude's really, really bald. But anyways, man, that
He needed to give it up though.
Nah,
Dude,
for
in
sure.
fact-
I'm glad he did.
he needed, and maybe he gets some type of powers from that hair, but no hair. We'll see this though. Mr. A, do you want to answer your comment? Fred VanVleet over Fultz any day? I wouldn't say any day, buddy.
Yeah.
Not on a
I like
contract day.
efficiency.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
efficiency, and Father
and he's
Fred
not.
is.
He's not. Now, our next topic, our next segment. I know this is going to bring a lot of arguments on the comments, on the stream. It's going to go a lot of back and forth. Everybody knows what it is, man. Start, bench, cut. So, I got a few on here. And y'all already know the first one, so I'm just going to throw it at y'all already, and I need to hear what y'all got to say, okay? So, chat, everybody in here, man. Start, bench, cut. Prime Russell Westbrook. Prime Allen Iverson, and prime CP3. Let me know what you guys think. Talk all you guys want. Whoever is ready for the answer, let me know, and we'll go from there.
Let me say, I'm gonna start Allen Iverson, bench Russell Westbrook, and cut Chris Paul.
CP.
Nah, you really. I think you're going with the CP0 memes a little too much in that one.
I was thinking it. Here's my thought. I think they're so close, in my opinion, that their play isn't even so differentiating from each other that I was almost going for AI won the MVP. AI is his cultural impact is important to him as a basketball player, whether we want to believe that or not. And so I think CP0, well, I'm a CP0 hater. it's not even based off of just me hating on him. I think that he was a fantastic basketball player, but as I said, the skills were so close that I'm taking the culture impact.
Well, to respond to that specifically, the real start bench cut is Russ. Then you bench CP3. Then you cut AI. And the reason I go with that is yes, they are very close in skill set. I agree with you. But Chris Paul is a much better defender than AI ever thought to be in his life, in his world. He can never be the defender that Chris Paul was. And on top of that, the facilitating aspect that CP has, he can both get his in facilitating and score the way AI scored. Obviously, he's not going to go get 40, 50. That's just not his game. But I could look for a 30 and 10 game out of CP3, whereas with AI, if he's getting 30, I'm not quite expecting 10. I'm expecting 5, 6 assists. So to me, you're just helping my team a lot more with CP3 over AI. And I love AI, but just is what it is.
I also
So,
just
before-
wanted to add that Allen
real-
Iverson is like a shooting
Okay,
guard typically. So I feel like the roles are different.
He's supposed to be a PG.
My question, and then I'll let Jay go, and then I can go. So, like Trent, when you mean prime, do you mean like their best season all argued, or like their top three, like their 3 season stretch argued, or like 5 season stretch? Like what do you mean by that? I guess. Also, you're muted.
So Russ, obviously, his best season was his MVP year. So just go with their best season.
Okay, Jay, you
Okay,
can
that
go, and then I'll
changes
go after.
changes things then. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as Trill. I'm going to have to start Russell Westbrook. You know, Mr. Triple Double right there. That 2017 season was absolutely legendary, where he literally willed that OKC team to a playoff berth, and that's my dog. I have to bench CP. I've seen Chris Paul come up clutch in so many moments, and there was one series against the San Antonio Spurs in the first round, and this moment I'll never forget, when he made a floater over Tim Duncan to win that series. I gotta go with CP3 and Allen Iverson. You were a historic figure in NBA basketball. You set the culture, but yeah, you're gonna have to get cut, buddy.
I just
So
wanted to say, since we're talking about best season strictly, I wanted to switch start Russ, bench AI, cut CP3.
Okay,
I was
so
just about to say, since we're doing that, that's what I was about to do too.
So that might make this one a little interesting. I'm gonna probably, as much as I really like him, I'm gonna have to cut Allen Iverson. I think on the offensive end, like what he provided I'm thinking this MVP season, like, bro, they needed every ounce of that. I think defensively, yeah, he was like a steals leader before, but we can all agree, I think, that he was kind of gambling in the passing lanes a lot, and it's kind of not the same way in terms of like shaping up his defense. So I'm going to cut Allen Iverson. I'm actually going to bench Russell Westbrook, and that's going to be controversial because I'm starting Chris Paul. And the thing is, in terms of hype, I think Chris Paul's probably best season has the least amount of hype of everyone here. But when I'm thinking about three guys who do not have a championship at all, I think the winning aspect of the playoffs, it's a little bit different. But I'm also thinking about his 2007-2008 season, which he was good, arguably the best guard defender in the league that year. And at the same time, this guy in his prime was contributing to winning basketball in the regular season more at his apex than any point guard ever throughout the regular season other than Oscar Robertson. And that's just the facts. Even to the extent of Steph Curry, I know that was more so just as much as even his unanimous MVP season. I don't even think it was as high as Chris Paul in 2008. I could be wrong on that. But the reality of the situation is, if Chris Paul's even in that conversation with guys like the Big O and guys like Steph Curry and guys like Magic Johnson, when we're talking about that, then for a single season, I'm taking Chris Paul. I think his 2008 season gets overlooked, and people really don't realize how close he was to winning MVP that year. I'm sure Steph knows,
I will say this, though.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't winning a ring that one year, though. But none of these guys are.
How many rings we got here? I don't.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all brought up some great points. And I'm kind of upset in the sense because Garrett literally stated my start bench cut, my next one. And I did this one for him because I know he's a big fan of this one. But let's just do it because he kind of already named the big three. Start bench cut, Oscar, Magic, and Steph Curry.
Damn.
Okay, I'll start this one. Best seasons.
Now let me before I say this, right? Because I see y'all stuff changed when I said the best season. I want y'all for this one to go with
Your gut.
just go with y'all gut. Just go with your gut. Straight up, just say ball knowledge. Just straight ball knowledge.
All right, okay. That makes it a lot easier for me because I'm starting Steph Curry, benching Magic Johnson, and cutting that other bum.
Wow.
Nah, that's
All right.
crazy. Bum is crazy.
Let me
Let's
get
hear
in
it,
here.
Garrett. Let's hear it,
Wait,
Garrett.
y'all
Shout
know
to
what
the
I'm
three in
gonna
the
say.
stream.
I'm going to start Magic Johnson. I still think Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time. Just what he did for as long as he did, basically for a 10, 12-year stretch. And it basically, him and Larry Bird, in a sense, saved the NBA at that point. After the 70s wasn't quite as high as it was in the 60s, back when Oscar Robertson played. But I think they essentially changed the landscape of the league. And then, of course, guys like Jordan came along, and it made things a little bit different. Now, however, I think when people talk about Magic changing the point guard position to an extent like that, I don't know how true that is, because the guy I'm benching is Oscar Robertson, and I am cutting Steph Curry. Okay.
Wow.
Wait, let me.
Bro, I am cutting Steph Curry. Steph Curry is great. These are the three best point guards of all time in respective
That's an
order.
interesting comment.
How I listed them. Start Steph, bench Oscar, cut Magic. Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of me, but hey, I respect it.
Hey,
At
I
least
say-
Wait,
that's been
Garrett,
awesome.
can I ask you a
Let
question?
me just answer
Yep.
this comment. I'll let y'all go real quick.
Yep.
Hey, I save hoes. Don't be saving hoes out here, bro. Y'all can go.
No, I just
Go
want to
ahead,
ask you a question because you talked about Magic Johnson changing the game really and of course you're right on this, right? With the 70s and him changing the game and really, I don't remember, a couple of streams ago, Jay was talking about Magic and said that he made it poppin'. The NBA was live when he came into the
Oh
league.
God, he did.
Oscar Robertson didn't quite do that for the NBA. Steph
Wrong.
Curry.
Wrong. That's wrong.
That's,
No,
yeah,
Let me
that's not true.
educate you, Joe.
No,
Wait,
no,
let me
hold
get
on,
mine
hold on.
off. Let me get mine off first.
Let me
Okay,
let me continue what I was just saying though. I
Mhm.
want to say this. Oscar Robertson may have contributed to the league's success, but he didn't do what Magic Johnson did when we were talking about making the NBA straight up popping. He did not do that. And Steph Curry completely, not even just the point guard position, he changed the game as a whole with his shooting.
Cook.
First of
So
all,
here's-
that's
go-
just
go
not
ahead, Steph.
true.
It's not
That's
true.
just not true. I'm gonna let Garrett handle that strictly because that's Big O's his dude. But I'm starting Magic, benching Oscar, and cutting
Yes,
Stephen Curry.
sir.
And you
Oh,
want to know why?
Go.
You want to know why? This isn't a measure of skill. This is a measure of basketball. Basketball. And when we play basketball, the sport of basketball, Oscar and Magic are better basketball players in its totality.
Stop. That's not
Yes,
true. He's
they
not a better
are.
basketball player.
Look.
Wait, I have a question. Let me just ask you.
I understand Steph is the greatest shooter of all time,
The
but
best
when we
off-ball
look at
player of all time.
the best what?
Off-ball player of all time.
Knock that shit off. I'm not hearing that shit. Nobody's
It's a-
ever talking about he's the best off-ball scorer ever.
No,
what?
but it's a
No,
genuine
that's
part of
the-
basketball. It's a
That's
genuine
the
part of
dumbest
basketball.
argument ever,
That's not
bro.
the dumbest argument.
That is
because
that's
it
like okay.
contributes
So
to
if you can tell
buckets in
me
the
he's the
NBA.
best off-ball player ever, who's the best cutter ever?
The thing is
Who's the
okay,
best
Okay,
cutter
whoa,
ever?
whoa, no.
Who's the best
Jelson,
cutter ever?
Jelson,
I'm asking
Jelson,
you.
I need to ask you a question. I need you to answer it realistically. Who is, and this is going to tell me all I need to know. Who is a better player all time, Oscar Robertson or John Havlicek?
Oscar Robertson.
You lost. You can't stick by your own point.
you
can't stick by your own point.
No, but the point is if we're
On your
talking
point.
about wait, let me ask you, is it based on the off-ball movement thing?
Dude, John Havlicek ran miles more than
But
anybody else over that whole time.
The point is,
You messed
that
up, Yeltsin.
no,
You
no,
messed
I
up.
didn't mess up because there's more attributes to basketball. Because John Havlicek, right,
Was a better defender too. He was all defensive for like 8 years.
was nowhere close to Curry on the offensive standpoint. Nowhere
But he's
close.
doing it.
Nowhere
Bro.
close.
And you know what else? I'm not gonna make this about John Havlicek. That's just proving my point that, bro, you couldn't even stick by your own point for someone in the same era as him.
The point is that basketball has more than one attribute. And I brought up he is the better offensive player and the better off-ball mover. John Havlicek may be a great and was a great off-ball mover, but that he wasn't
Oscar Robertson,
sniffing Curry on offense.
Oscar Robertson, prior to the three-point line, is well and above, and this isn't even up for debate. You can go check it however you want. Well and above, prior to the three-point line, the most efficient basketball player of all time, if you're taking that sample size, okay? Now, people love to use this true shooting stuff. Well, bro, true shooting's way more effective in the now era when there's a three-point line. That's only going to boost that stat. And I love these Curry fans love this stat. They love this. They love effective field goal percentage and whatever it may be. Bro, that's such a disadvantage for anybody else that played before the three-point line and before the three-point line was used in that way. Last time I checked, Oscar Robertson retired in 1974. The three-point line didn't come over until the ABA-NBA merger.
So wait, are we
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
How about this? Are we really going to discredit Curry for playing later in the NBA? I think that's completely
No, but
egregious.
here's my point. Here's my point. The people that will sit here and be like, oh yeah, he's just the best, most efficient player of all time because of this and that. Bro, if I'm looking at players from back in that era, yeah, he might not shoot the ball from three like Steph Curry, but as a mid-range player, and you're probably going to disagree with this, and as a post fadeaway, I bet you didn't even know that Oscar Robertson is technically credited with the post fadeaway and the shot fake, but you didn't know that. So
all right, hold on. Let me get my take over. I didn't get to begin. I'm with Justin. I'm starting Magic Johnson.
Time out. You saw all that and you still decided to go on that nigga side?
Bro, Jay, just stop. And I haven't even given the second half of it.
The biggest problem in NBA history with NBA fans is they want to give. Sorry.
Let Jay go, and then one more thing, and then we got to continue.
All right. Well, I'm starting Magic Johnson. I'm benching Steph, and I'm cutting Oscar Robertson. Self-explanatory. Like Justin said, Magic had the league popping. When he stepped into the league, ratings went up. Everybody wanted to be an NBA fan. Steph Curry absolutely changed the game of basketball. Everybody's shooting threes now. Everybody wants to be Steph Curry. And Oscar Robertson, I didn't watch you, buddy. I don't know.
That's a terrible argument, bro.
No, but at least he could say that.
But bro, it's like at that point, just say that before that. you're ranking them, and then you're like, I didn't watch it, so like.
It's typical Jay. That's typical Jay. But we gotta move on. Garrett, I already know you have a bunch to say, bro. You want to prove your point. We get it. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
But next one: Clyde Drexler, Vince Carter, and Dwayne Wade.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
Start Dwayne Wade, bench Clyde Drexler, cut Vince Carter.
There we go. That's exactly.
I agree. An easy one.
All right. Now look, this one right here, you're gonna be like, why the hell are we doing this? But I did this for a specific reason, right? And it's for this season. This one is gonna be specifically for the last season that passed by. And these three players did not play their best basketball. So we are gonna go Russell Westbrook, Lakers, Jordan Poole, Golden State Warriors playoffs, and Chris Paul Phoenix Suns. Start bids cut. So for this season, so pretty much they all played bad in my opinion.
For this season, you said?
Yeah. So this, if you want to count Russ's Clippers run, you can, but I don't think it's a full season. I don't think it's too much that you've seen. So what you're gonna see is Russ on the Lakers, Jordan Poole this season where he struggled. He had up and down, right? And then for Chris Paul, another up and down season.
I'm gonna be honest.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna start Poole, bench CP, cut Russ. All right. Now, when you say Lakers Russ, I'm thinking of that Lakers team. Just horrible fit. It's not to say Russ isn't that dude. That fit is just awful.
For sure.
CP was hurt majority of the year. To him and Book were hurt majority of the beginning half of the year, which is why we saw Mikal take the leap he did offensively. That's the primary reason for that. But Jordan Poole, though he did have an up and down year, shaky year, and you did say specifically the playoffs, and I do understand the playoffs. His regular season wasn't so bad. It was actually better than the year before. So that part, I get it. Playoffs wise, I think he got unlucky with regard to matchups. Because first you're seeing a Davion Mitchell and Malik Monk in Sacramento. Then you turn around and you got to see another great defensive backcourt team with AR, somewhat Dennis Schroeder. I don't want to say he's a great defender, but so with that being said, he kind of ran into some tougher guys defensively, whereas, the other two, like I said, Russ, bad fit, CP, I just don't know what was going on in Phoenix in its totality. That's all I gotta say.
So I'm gonna start Jordan Poole. I'm going to bench Russell Westbrook, and I'm gonna have to cut CP3. CP3 wasn't available most of this year, and when he was, he really didn't look that good out there. Why I'm benching Russ is because, it was a bad fit, but I didn't forget the stretch, and specifically the stretch that Anthony Davis was going crazy. Who's doing that alongside Russ? Russ was a big reason why Anthony Davis was. Now, I'm saying he was facilitating offense. They were they were running the floor, in transition, getting AD easy points. AD just looked dominant out there alongside Russ. And I'm starting Jordan Poole. Like you said, Steph, he didn't have a terrible regular season, but in the playoffs, I think the pace that, although Golden State leads or like top 5 or top 3 in the league in pace, I think the Sacramento Kings moving at that pace really took the legs out of them, and specifically for the next series in the Lakers series, and seeing the defenders, that's an even better team. He just shrunk. The lights were too bright for Jordan Poole, but I don't think he's a bad player whatsoever. I think on the Washington Wizards, he's going to show that he's still little Steph Curry, but yeah, that's my 3.
Little Steph Curry, bro. Why are we comparing that?
And he played like him on Golden State.
Fuck out of here.
Okay. Let me start Jordan Poole, bench CP0, and cut Jordan Poole or Russell Westbrook. And the reason I say that is because you brought up how CP3 was hurt most of the year and how you like the availability that Russ had over CP3. And the thing is the fit was so bad with Russ on the Lakers that honestly I would rather not even have Russ playing, period. So I that's the thing. It's not even a shot against Russ.
No, I think it's just hilarious. That's all.
I think that's the facts is it's not even a shot against Russ as a player, because him as a player, we saw with the Clippers, he can still perform in the league. But that fit is just so bad that it's like, honestly, I'd rather have Dennis Schroeder getting those minutes because I know that fit is just better.
So for me, I think I'm probably going to go in a different direction from all you guys. Even though he didn't have a great year, I think it's still maybe getting a little undervalued what he did. And I think this year he was even better as a catch and shoot player. I'm going to start Chris Paul. I know he's old, but I still just think that what he does throughout the season, and especially people forget, like, bro, yeah, he started off the first like month and a half, 2 months slow. But I mean, Jay, as you said, like with Westbrook stretch, like Chris Paul also had a stretch where he was playing pretty good, like this past season. Not like, Super Saiyan level Chris Paul or anything like that, but he was playing pretty good. You know what I mean? And especially how many injuries the Suns had this year. Like, I got to give him some credit. I'm going to start him. I'm a bench Russell Westbrook, and I'm a cut Jordan Poole, which might be a hot take. I just think like with Jordan Poole, you're getting the most like scoring explosion of anybody, but I just think as an all-around player, I think the other two guys are just going to give you more. And maybe next year, like when we're thinking of Chris Paul and Poole, because they both just got traded for each other, it's going to be different with how Chris Paul's in a system with the Warriors as opposed to like Jordan Poole, and like, he's going to kind of probably be more of a play initiator, and Jordan Poole is going to have all free reign in Washington. But I just think based on last season, like it just felt like Jordan Poole, even though he averaged like, I think 20 points a game, like it never felt like he fit the same way that he fit the year before. It felt a little bit out of place. And that's why I'm not really even surprised they traded him.
Trent, you did your thing picking playoff only because it's so hard because like you just said, Garrett, you're getting the most offensive explosion, but when we look at the playoffs, you weren't giving us that offense that we needed. So it's almost
Wait,
like
wait. Did Trent say you said
he
only
said he's
playoffs?
for Jordan, just for Jordan Poole though.
Oh,
So it
okay.
was
I was
Jordan
gonna say
Poole
if it's only
playoffs and the
playoffs,
other.
I'll start Westbrook. I'll bench Chris Paul, and I'll still cut.
No.
Jordan
Only
Poole.
Jordan Poole's the only
Yeah.
one his playoffs. Because if you look at his regular
Okay.
season, he had a better regular season for sure. But
Yeah.
but it's so tough for me because it's like, do you go with the guy who isn't giving you the offensive ability that you need, who isn't good on defense, or do you go with the net negative player in Russell Westbrook, who's on a team that just it's not for him, it's not for his skill set? I
Sure.
don't know. That's what it comes down to for me with regards to the last two.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do two more. And we're gonna carry on. So the next one's gonna be Shaq, Jokic, and Wilt.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna start the most dominant player of all time, and I'm gonna bench the second most dominant player of all time, starting Shaq, benching Wilt Chamberlain, and I'm gonna cut Jokic. And it's nothing against Jokic. I just feel like, and I see Jay's like, wow, but like, bro, it's early right now, and I'm thinking about all these guys. When you're this high on an all-time list, you've solidified yourself as the guy for multiple years. In terms of you're solidified the best player in the world at some point. And I feel like Jokic, like it maybe, right now he is, I think in most people's eyes, the best player in the world. There's still some people that say Giannis or, there's some people that say Curry, you know what I mean? But like, I think right now, like most of us can agree that Jokic is the best player in the world. But I don't know if we were saying that like 2 or 3 months ago, you know what I mean? So I think like with those guys, and personally for me, I just think Shaq was a more conducive player to, a winning environment than Wilt Chamberlain was for stretches of his career. And Jokic is still in the middle of his. So give me Shaq, Wilt, Jokic.
And
What this might feel free to not answer this, Trent. But what era are we playing in?
See, when I built
Are we playing in Shaq's, Jokic, or Wilt's?
So this is the thing. When I built this, I want y'all really to just go with y'all. Like,
Just go. Okay.
yeah, because this one's like, if we go in like different,
It's too many
eras,
caveats to be.
it's a
Yeah,
lot of
no, I
different
feel you.
stuff. So just kind of go with, if you watch Shaq or you watch his highlights, we recently Jokic, Wilt Chamberlain, just kind of go with guts and how you feel.
Go, Justin, if you want to go. I'm still debating. I'm not sure.
yeah, it's a really tough debate, and I think just the honest thing was, I was thinking about benching Jokic, but Garrett pretty much swayed me on this. This is not often that Garrett sways me about old players, but I'm 100% in agreement with what Garrett said. I'm starting Shaq, cutting Wilt, or starting Shaq, benching Wilt, and cutting Jokic.
Yeah, all right. So I'm not gonna lie, fellas. Shit, I'm starting Shaq. I'm benching Yoke, and I'm gonna have to cut Will. Respectfully, Will, I am aware of all the phenomenal records you hold in the NBA record book. Well, we know this, but I gotta give Jokic the nod, bro. Jokic, his style of play, the way he's able to dominate without being athletic, without being so like physically gifted. He's just so supremely skilled, and I appreciate that out of a player, especially a player that can not only pass but be a focal point of the offense, can score, can not as bad as a defender as a lot of people would like him to be. And he could shoot that thing as well. And Shaq starting, it's Shaq, bro. The most dominant player ever. Nobody could hold Shaq. In his prime, he was elite. I mean, there's nothing much more to say.
I'm starting Shaq as well. I've witnessed this man dunk on 4 or 5 people at one time. He was obviously on my Lakers, his most dominant form on my Lakers. And that's one of my early renditions of basketball, introductions to basketball, is Shaq dominating every single body. And right after that, if he fouled out or if he was out the game, whatever, Kobe doing it on the back end. I don't know if y'all remember, but the game where Kobe was like, that's my favorite game. But anyway, yeah, we're starting Shaq. I'm bitching Big Yoke, man. And I'm bitching Yoke strictly because I understand the records Will has broken and all that other stuff. I love, and excuse me for sounding like NBA Twitter, heliocentric basketball is the best kind of basketball to watch on the face of earth, man. I swear to God, especially when you got this fat dude bringing the ball up court, giving you 30, 10, and 10. What? What is going on? This sloppy dude is doing that. This is the dude that led in a league full of freak athletes, freaks of nature in this league. We got Giannis's, we got 40-year-old Braun doing, windmill reverses. Like we're in a league full of guys like that. And to see Jokic doing what he's doing in that kind of league, that's different to me, because it kind of makes me, I'm not saying it definitively, but it gives me a feeling that you can pick him up and put him wherever, and he's gonna, so long as you allow him to be him, he could do that wherever, because that dude is good, bro.
Yeah. Let me add just one thing here real quick, because I know there's a lot of people that sit here and say, like, even though I even said it in comparison to Shaq, that's true, but comparison to, like, as a winner, and they say Wilt Chamberlain's not a winner, although this guy does have 2 championships, and I think people sleep so much on the first one, because you guys know me. You guys just saw me defending Oscar, and there's so many years I'm like, bro, if he had, like, the Celtics team that Bill Russell had, like, bro, he'd have a lot of championships too. But in 1967, when Wilt Chamberlain won the championship, I can't even defend, like, Oscar in that point. Like, Wilt Chamberlain just had an insane season. And I'm pretty sure Jokic this year, like, his triple-double, like, obviously had the most in a single run. I'm pretty sure he passed Wilt
broke one
that
of
year.
Wilt's records.
And let me also tell you this. That year, Nate Thurmond was 2nd in MVP. Bill Russell was 3rd. Oscar was 4th. Rick Barry was 5th. He went through all of them in the playoffs. The 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th finishers in MVP, and he won the MVP. He went through all of them. There was no easy matchup. And, bro, 2 of those guys are elite defenders, some of the best defensive bigs we've ever seen. So I got to give Will a ton of credit. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just put that out there.
And to speak to what you were saying, Jokic broke Wilt's most triple doubles in a single postseason record, which is a 56-year-old record. He had 10 to Wilt Chamberlain's 7 in that same year that you were speaking of. But, even past that, he had 30, 20, and 10 in a finals game. He's the first player to
not to take away from Jokic too, but there was also one extra playoff series that he played that Wilt did not. So it would have probably been, 8, maybe he would have still got it. You know what I mean? But, like, still, like, just putting it out there.
All right, look. So this is gonna be the last one, and this one's gonna be interesting. I just want to have fun with this. Maybe y'all watched them, maybe y'all haven't, and that's why I want to put y'all on the spot and kind of just see where y'all heads at. These are gonna be some busts. Pause. So these are not gonna be Hall of Famers. These are not gonna be some rookies, but start bids cut. Hasheem Thabeet, Anthony Bennett, and Adam Morris.
My God.
Adam,
I
you talking about
like
the dude from Gonzaga?
Yeah.
I feel like I have mine.
I got mine too.
I'm starting Adam Morrison.
Yes,
my
dog.
Yeah, bro. Adam Morrison. Even though, they're all busts, bro. He has the ring, right? But at the same time, bro, I don't think he was nearly as bad as, like, those guys. And I think, honestly, his career, he couldn't have been what people thought he was going to be, like Larry Bird 2.0. But, bro, his career could have lasted a little bit longer. He wasn't quite a terrible player. Now, where it might get controversial is I'm actually going to probably bench Anthony Bennett, who I think is the biggest draft bust ever. And I'm benching him just because, bro, Hasheem Thabeet is like 7'2", and he might be the least skilled 7'2" man I have ever seen grace an NBA court. And Anthony Bennett, I get it. Yeah, he's not super skilled either, but I think he's more skilled than freaking Hasheem Thabeet. You know what I mean? There was a point in time, bro. Remember Anthony Bennett in Summer League as a rookie? He was actually cooking. And he had a couple games in the NBA where he wasn't bad. Bro, Hasheem Thabeet was just always horrible.
Bro,
he was just TFN, tall for nothing.
People were calling Hasheem Thabeet Hasheem the Dream, which is exactly why he's getting cut off of my list. Because I don't know if you guys saw that last year he had at UConn. Dude was a dog. But we quickly realized it was because he's bigger and taller than everybody else. It was no other reason than that. Again, starting Adam Morrison, like Garrett said. I think Adam Morrison's career, I think 2 things doomed him. His hype coming in, because he had an amazing year his last year at Gonzaga, but his last 2 years actually. But even past that, bro got drafted to Charlotte, the Bobcats, at the height of them being terrible, being awful. He didn't have a true vet. He didn't have nobody to really show him the ropes and get him right in terms of NBA. And I think if Adam Morrison goes to a team like LA sooner, because he won 2 rings with us. I think it was 2 with us. I'm pretty sure it was 2 with us because he only played on Toronto and Charlotte other than us. If he gets drafted to LA, I think he could have a much better career going forward because he gets drafted to LA. Well, now you're behind guys like Sasha Vujacic, Vladimir Radovanovic, which are 2 guys that they're very similar into terms of how Adam Morrison played and what they brought to our championship teams, and they would have been perfect guys for him. You said Anthony Bennett. Only thing I can say is he had some pretty good summer league games. He had a couple good outings in the NBA. But Hasheem Thabeet is fucking garbage, bro. That nigga is ass. He's a fucking bum.
3 things actually hurt Morrison's career: the Bobcats, the hype, and the fact that this dude did not shower.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Wow, that's bad. That is bad. Yeah, so I just wanted to have a little fun with that little bus stuff.
Hey,
Now,
wait, hold on.
Oh wait, I think Delson and Jay still got to get
oh,
their
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Let me start Adam Morrison, even though he stink a little bit. Let me start him. Anthony Bennett was skilled compared to Hasheem Thabeet, which is a name that I never want to speak about ever again in my lifetime. But
Trash.
Anthony Bennett is also a Timberwolves legend.
It's true.
Legend. Crazy.
Legend is crazy. But for sure.
Legend in massive quotation marks.
I'm gonna start Anthony Bennett strictly because I know you guys starting. I forgot his name, but I never watched him. I got
Adam
Hasheem
Morrison.
Thabeet on the bench, and whatever his name is, you're getting cut, buddy.
Bro, you need to go watch Adam Morrison highlights. Bro is a bucket. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Wait, where'd you say he played at? Gonzaga?
Gonzaga. Before Gonzaga was really like what they are now, Adam Morrison like started that. Like,
Hey, Dave's
he
team's
started
passing the
the culture
hygiene
for real.
test. I'll give him that.
yeah, bro, that nasty dirty Sanchez was a product of him not having showers, bro.
Bro, look
Shit's
at it. Look
gross.
at his hair. Like,
So gross.
That's
never
wild.
touched a comb in his life.
y'all getting wild, man. But I know a lot of people excited in our private chord. It's time. It's time. It is time, man. So before we do start this, man, let's try to be respectful as possible. All right. We are on the internet. I get it. Some of these women may be not your type. Some of these women may be your type. Okay. I'm trying to be I'm trying to speak proper when it comes to this situation because I get a little wild too. But first time on this channel, we are going to be doing smash. Should we just do smash or pass? Or should we do like kind of start bench cut in the sense of just with the woman?
I think
you
smash
could
or
do
pass.
you
Smash
could do Mary.
Oh, Mary kills. Nah.
That's a
I don't want to say
crazy.
kill though.
Yeah,
I don't want
That's
to
a
say
little
kill.
crazy. Let's just do smash. Let's just do
Let's
smash.
just do
or pass.
smash or pass. Let's just do that, right? And so now look, so how I'm gonna put this on the screen. When I share this screen, it only shows on like one on the top of this. Like it only shows one page. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be because I have the Instagrams loaded up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to work this out because I try to share screens all the time and it's not the greatest.
Unless somebody else knows how to do it, like or has like the things, and then you could send the link to them, and then they could open it up on their computer and share their screen.
Okay,
I'm not in the KOT StreamYard. I'm in my own right now.
Hey, I will say this: there's a few women there's few women that I think y'all should know what they look like. But if not, it's cool. I would just try my best. I'm just gonna try some shit. So I'm just gonna share this screen real quick. Man, oh man.
Wood.
Oh shit! You can see my thing.
That's the best meme of all time, bro. No, I can't see it.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I guess I'll wait till you show him before I ask that question.
Wow. All right. So I believe y'all can see this.
Yep.
Mm.
Man, this is gonna okay. If I switch, can y'all see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh,
Mm.
perfect. Y'all can see that,
Wait,
right?
no, I didn't see
Yeah.
you switch. I only
Oh,
see
no.
No,
We
we
only
didn't
see
see
the
it,
one.
but we see that.
See,
I
why
think
did it-
here, Trent, if you like, you can show this, and then after like we decide on it, you can
Just
just
stop
close
it?
the tab and then
Okay.
just share the next one.
Cool. I was thinking of
Yeah.
that, but I thought that was gonna be a lot of work. But that's
Nah,
fine.
it'll be easy. It's
Cool.
fine.
Okay, look. Okay, y'all ready, man? So we are gonna be starting off with Gabriel. Sorry for pronouncing these names wrong. Gabrielle Union Wade, right? I think we all know that. I'll show y'all some pictures of her. This is her little sus boyfriend right here.
And I'm knocking it down respectfully.
Okay.
This bro shows the wood image.
These are just showing y'all some pictures of her IG so y'all can get a good feel of her. All right. Let's look at some stuff. Maybe y'all interested. Who knows? We'll see.
She's wearing a curtain in that one.
Nah,
All
that's
right.
so deep.
One more picture. All right, cool. Y'all know who that is, right? Cool.
Oh
cool,
hell
cool.
yeah! For
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Trust, I know.
All right. Now,
Right.
do I gotta show a picture of Aisha?
Oh no.
Get
Wait,
there.
are we-
We know.
I
We
didn't-
know.
are we-
about it.
Let's decide on Gabe. Let's decide on
okay,
Gabriel.
that's
She
fine.
don't look like she's
No,
stinky.
let's not decide on Gabe. We're not voting on Gabe. Yo.
All right. Now let me ask y'all, man.
Oh. Bro.
Are we smashing or passing Gabrielle Union?
Smash, bro.
I'm
That
hitting
shit
that,
should
bro.
not be a question.
Hitting it, bro.
You see that gif? You see
This
the
is crazy. Wait. So my question is,
you see the gif?
this is going just based off appearance.
Garrett, listen.
Gary, you're overthinking it, brother.
Hey,
Stop
wait.
overthinking it. Just go with your gut. Are you? I'll say this so you two don't take this down. Are you grabbing your stick and going into
The
a
tunnel.
A
I'm
tunnel.
going into the union. Yeah. So I'll go strictly off appearance, and I
Okay.
will agree with the crew smash.
All right, sounds
I-
good.
I would
Garrett's
like to join the
she needs
union.
to have a good personality type of guy.
Well, I didn't know if it's like, bro, because we're gonna get to one who's like over the top like that, but like I don't know if we're
I'm
gonna.
gonna keep it a bug with you, Garrett. I'm factoring it in as well. So
Okay.
Later.
I'm just not going to. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. I am not.
All right.
You're not.
No.
no,
No,
he
I'm
means
not.
factoring
Oh my
it. He means
goodness,
factoring.
No. I'm not.
Bro had a heart
factoring
attack.
that
Nah,
in.
you scared me, bro.
Because if I did, like some of these would have different answers. I'm gonna just say that. But
Okay.
Hey, let me
yeah,
say this.
I'll
Let me
agree.
say this. I think we're all leaders of this union right here.
Yes, sir. Okay, sounds good. All right. So I don't even want to bring up Aisha.
That, huh?
I don't even want to bring her up. Are we smashing or passing her, bro? Let's
Bro,
get
no.
Okay.
No.
She
Okay.
got the sex appeal of a tractor, bro.
Okay, good.
Hold on.
I'm hitting that, bro. Bro, she light skinned and pretty and got a nice body.
You're a milkman, so I'm not surprised. We've
Yo,
had
stop, bro. I'm
conversations
not-
before.
Wait, who are we? Are we talking?
We're talking about
Aisha.
Aisha.
Hey,
Aisha.
hey, Jay.
I am not a milkman. I enjoy all ethnicities and cultures.
Jay, what'd you say? What'd you say, Jay?
That still don't make you not a milkman. You could be.
I also would pass.
You don't know the
Aisha?
difference.
Bro, no. I'm not passing
Yeah.
on Aisha.
Wait,
bro.
no. We got Savannah. This ain't Aisha. I am.
Whoa.
Oh, this
Ron,
is
I'm
Ron.
waiting for y'all. I'm
Hey,
waiting
big
for y'all.
bro.
Hey, look. I'm waiting for y'all to get smashed and passed, but this is the next girl. Okay.
Hey,
Wait,
man.
Yeah.
So are we smashing or passing?
Savannah or Aisha?
Aisha.
Aisha.
I'm
Hey, let
hitting.
me. I'm
I'm
same.
not touching
Jay,
it with a
I
10-foot
agree
pole.
with you.
Hey, you know what? Let me put my 2 cents in there. Yo, respectfully, bro. Aisha's fucking ugly as fuck.
Thank you.
Yo,
Nice.
Nah, bro.
Now let me say
Nah,
something. Let me say
I
something.
thought Jay said
Yo,
pass too.
Yo, hot take. I'd rather have the mother, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Type shit.
Aisha's mother?
I'd rather have the mother,
Hey,
bro.
I'm gonna keep it a $150 with
Or
you.
Steph Curry's mom.
Steph
Hey,
Curry's mother.
Steph's mom. But listen.
She is a baddie.
Oh,
I
She's a baddie.
listen, bro. Aisha is just a suburban version of Krayshawn Rock.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
Ugh.
That's
Oh my
a
Stop.
Nah, bro.
Stop.
She's a suburban version.
Bro,
It's
no.
simple.
All right, look, man. Listen, we're gonna
Hey,
go
you
next,
see
man.
that? You see that Jamal gif? I said Jamal. See, she
Jamal.
got me stumbling on my words already, man.
Hey, I do want to say, man, God, I can't even say. I'm prayers up for Bronny, man. I heard he got a heart murder on him. So before we talk about his wife and stuff, so good. Hoping the best for him. But LeBron James, man, I don't give a fuck about you right now, nigga. We smashing the fuck out your wife, bro.
Oh,
Simple,
whoa.
bro.
Hey, whoa, Bron.
Hey,
And I'm knocking
everybody.
it down.
Bron, listen.
And I'm knocking it down.
Hey, hold on.
Westbrook,
Let me give y'all more options.
And now that man's gone.
Let me just give y'all more options of this, man. All right, look, just look at her face. Like, look at this, bro.
I'm
Like,
gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna keep it $150. I have to pass now that I'm thinking about it.
What?
I'm also keeping
Listen,
it
time out.
Pass.
I'm passing too, bro. That's Bron's wife. bro. I
That
can't
picture, hold
disrespect
on. Nah, it ain't even that. That picture you just pulled up looked way too much like my sister, and I've heard way too many people say my sister looks like
Oh,
Savannah
my
James. So
goodness.
now I can't. Nah.
Okay,
No.
That's,
I'm gonna keep it $150, bro. I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna
What?
keep it. I'm gonna keep it $2.50.
Garrett's in.
Hard pass
What?
Hard.
because, bro,
You not hitting LaFraud's wife?
I can't get the second piece of what LeBron got. Come on, what would that be to me?
To ever utter Savannah in second piece in the same sentence is such disrespect.
He's spitting,
bro.
though. It's a factor.
Bro,
Justin,
I
you
can't-
shut
I
the hell
can't-
up. You're a
bro, if-
Timberwolves
if-
fan.
Bro, if I was
What does that have to
following
do
in LeBron's
You shut
footsteps,
the hell
who
up
would
right
I
now.
be? Who would I be if I was following in LeBron's footsteps?
Jordan,
No,
What?
you set
LeBron
yourself
follows in
up for
Jordan's
that.
footsteps.
You set yourself up for that, bro.
No. Bro, LeBron wants to be Jordan so bad. Why does he wear 23?
Anyway,
anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Now look,
look at
Man.
that. That's perfection.
I'm kind of upset about that, but you know what? We're gonna move on.
That's
gonna move
fucking.
on.
That's
Shout out to
perfection,
Savannah,
nigga.
man.
Pound town, man. We taking her to.
I'm
Pound
out of town, thugging
Fucking
with
with
my
my
rounds.
rounds.
Sexy
Come
red,
on,
I'm
man.
passing.
Pink, my whole brown.
Look, next one, Lala Anthony, man. What's
Oh,
going
she
on?
get
Knocking
hit.
it.
She get hit sideways from the front, from the
You look
back.
at this, man.
Kitchen counter.
Hey, and actually, no. I'm gonna spice it up. Trent,
What's up,
pull up Lala before her surgery.
man? Listen, do we?
Yeah, pull it up.
Do it.
Pull it
Okay,
up.
We gotta see.
Because we got
Okay.
some people that are too young here to know what.
Hey, we
that-
gotta see the preseason version.
Okay. Nigga said the
The
hey,
preseason
it ain't the
is crazy.
best.
before surgery.
Now, if you can't pop it, if it don't pop up, it don't pop up. But
Wait, hold up.
tell you
I'm
now,
gonna tell you
that
this right
body-
now. Something
she was
will.
built like Wendy Rose, nigga. Or
Alright.
what's her name? Wendy Williams.
Ew, wait,
No,
no. Feel like
Wait. I want to
She
make sure
used
this
to
is
be.
correct. I want to make sure this is correct because if this is the same person, they don't even look the same. But hold up.
Pull it up. I'll let you know.
I got you. Okay, hold up. Got it right here. Is this the same person? Can y'all see that?
Hold on.
It's loading. Yep, that's the same person.
Oh,
Listen. But okay, but
Look at her in the white bikini. Pull up that white bikini with the pink. That's the perfect
right here.
difference between. Yup.
Oh, Wendy
Built like
Williams,
Wendy
shit.
Rose. She built like a tank, nigga.
It's
Okay.
kind of hard for me to see. It's like blurry a little.
Yeah, now this picture is blurry. Let's see what about this. Yeah, her bikini pics are blurry for a reason.
oh my God, that's crazy.
Okay, what
Bro,
about
we're
this
getting
one? Okay, what
canceled.
about this one? What about this one?
Nah, after
Hey,
surgery, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna have to pass it on to one of y'all, bro.
Hey, Dr. Miami.
Listen,
work.
current Lala, yes. Current Lala for
Okay,
sure.
but okay, so that's fair. Because but let's be honest. We probably wasn't the greatest looking when we was younger.
I'm a cute ass nigga,
Okay,
regardless
cool.
of the age,
Hold up,
nigga.
Bro,
hold
you
up.
get a BBL, bro?
Hold up, because I'm not gonna lie.
Shit, nah, that's different.
Drake
Nah,
up.
yeah, now that you put that up, Trent, that's different.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Nah, never mind. I'm knocking it.
yo, look at this shit, man.
Bro, if I feel like if you hang
Come on, bro.
Hold up,
you're
let me
that
give you
close to
some
Drake,
better
I'm gonna
options
have to say no, man.
No, Garrett?
I'm gonna have to.
Garrett,
said
you're
if
thinking
you're
way
what,
too much
Drake?
in the people that she's hanging out with, and let's
I was
go with
saying,
her.
if you're hanging out with Drake like that, I'm gonna have to
Nah,
say no,
Garrett's
man.
overthinking too much.
Yeah, you're
she got
doing
the
too
Chicago.
much.
She got the Chicago on free.
Bro,
She got- she-
I changed my
Oh, she
rules.
rocks with
I'm
Chicago.
thinking about this how I want.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Alright,
But
for sure,
hey,
for sure.
more
Hey, but
for us.
respect for wearing a Chicago jersey
yo,
that
look,
her
look,
husband
look.
never did.
Whoever, who's with me? Who's smashing?
I'm hitting,
Yo,
bro.
with that, we tag teaming.
Nah. I have an after.
Yo,
That's kind of
On that.
crazy.
I ain't doing that
bro.
same
Bro.
time.
On that,
bro.
Hey, look,
we
man.
Hey,
Listen,
flipping her
I
out.
don't care
Hey.
who it is. You will never catch me in that
Hey,
team.
listen.
Oh, God.
Anybody in the stream, man.
Shit.
Listen, no group doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, we're gonna go into the next one. We're gonna go to the next one, man. I'm gonna have fun with Lala. Okay.
Everything.
Now look, I'm gonna bring up the other person.
I'm giving you everything I
Let's go
got.
in the
I ain't gonna lie.
La
I
La
think she
Land,
needs some
bro.
Kardashians in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're gonna be in here.
Bro.
They're gonna be in here. Okay. Now look, hold up.
Hmm.
Got to stop the share screaming. Da, 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 da. Bang bang. All right, Jelson. Let's see if you're really loyal. Come on. Let's go. So,
Oh
Ooh.
my God.
Nah,
What
that's
we
not
doing?
even a question, bro.
What
Top
we
three.
doing?
She
Why
top
are
three
you? This is
celebrity
not
crush.
even a no.
It's not a question,
No
fam.
question.
Look at that. Look at no,
Look
no,
at
no. Go
this.
back.
I'm
Go.
up
You
on-
left way too quick.
I ain't gonna lie. Respectfully, I don't know if I can.
Ain't no
make it past the
respect.
cheeks, man.
There-
Ain't no respect.
I don't know if I can make it past the cheeks, gang. Her shit's hefty.
Bro, set a timer. I got 30 seconds, bro.
Hold up,
Bro,
hold up. Let me
that. We need that on a
Sitting.
shirt with Jay's face.
Sitting.
Can't pass.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You know what makes me mad about this? Because I'm not a Carly Towns fan, and this nigga's hitting it. Bro, he's
Winning.
fighting this shit right now.
He's winning.
Oh,
He's
God, he
winning,
is.
bro.
Look at this.
Man,
I'm
she's
not
so
taking
fire.
any. I'm not
She's so
taking
fire, bro.
any breaks if I'm Cat.
Bro, this,
Bro, no. On a real note, bro, y'all can set a timer and I'll be out of there in 30 seconds.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Let
Now I
let
know why
hear Garrett.
he struggles in the playoffs. His mind's somewhere else.
Bro,
man.
Exactly.
The easiest smash of the day so far.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say
Hey, I'm a-
easiest,
Not
but
easiest. Hand down easiest.
nah,
See,
y'all
I was-
crazy.
I was
Savannah's-
skeptical at first,
Savannah
'cause,
got
like,
it more, but
Bro, the sunglasses, like all the sunglass pictures are cool and all, but like, bro, I gotta see everything, and I will agree. Yes.
Cool,
Count
cool
me
stuff.
in.
If anybody's passing on this, bro, get off the stream right now. Hop off the stream right now. All right,
nah,
cool.
pass
cool,
is
cool.
crazy, but
Cool. Next one. Next one. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right, cool. We're gonna go with her, man. What we doing with this, man?
who the fuck is that?
I don't even know
Who
who
is
the,
it?
Yeah,
who
who
is
is that?
Oh, y'all, this is Bradley Beal's girl.
Oh, it's a dude.
That's fucked up.
Crazy.
Joseph, you could
I'm
have
a-
pulled.
I'm a-
You
I'm
wouldn't
a
even be able
instantly-
to fathom talking to a girl that looks like that. You
Okay, look. Okay,
better
look,
knock
this
it off.
This is Bradley Beal's girl. Okay. Man, he's probably not the best.
I'm not gonna
picture.
lie to y'all. I say smash strictly because she's lit as fuck. They be on TikTok dancing and like, in terms of personality, she has the dopest out of all of them that you've shown. Look at bro, come on, bro.
No.
That's dope
Actually,
as
though,
fuck.
looking
Invited
at these
to the
pictures, she
barbecue,
doesn't
but-
actually look like a dude, but there was one up top where it was just kind of crazy. I don't know
bro,
what exactly.
Bro,
What.
we're saying that on live. It's crazy.
Stop it, bro.
She can come to the Halloween party, but respectfully,
The Halloween party.
Bro.
I'm gonna have to pass, bro.
Bro, what is going on, bro? What is
Nah,
going
you
on?
niggas is weird.
She can
Niggas
get a
is-
couple pieces of candy
Yo,
at my door on for
look,
Y'all
look,
too,
look,
but
y'all
not
too
more than
used to
respect,
seeing
bro.
y'all too used to seeing these built by Dr. Miami bitches that when a natural looking shorty slap you in the face, you I'm a pass, bro.
Hey.
She was the best looking one besides Savannah.
Nah,
sure.
Jordan,
Now, look,
Jordan Woods clear.
The reason why
No,
I'm
Jordan
showing
Woods is
these
the
kids,
clear.
I think Bradley Beal has 2 kids. I'm not sure these all his kids, but look, you see Bradley Beal's clearly not, you know what I'm saying? He's not, he's staying in there every single time, bro. So put that in effect too, man, if y'all get what I'm trying to get at.
I
would
know.
say-
What you mean? What you
Trust.
You know, the
Come
thing
on,
is,
bro.
I think
Real ones know. Trent, come on now.
Come
I'm
on,
with
bro.
you, gang.
Hold up. This is a little like what I'm saying. Come on, bro. What we doing
You're
with this?
tweaked out.
Oh
bro.
no, never mind.
Come
No. My
Come
decision has
on,
changed, bro. My
man.
decision
You're
has changed.
tweaked.
She alright. She alright.
No,
Nigga,
It doesn't either, but the
it's not the
tattoos are a
easiest
W.
decision. It's not the easiest decision, but
Look at this picture right here. Look
That's
at this picture.
She got a nice smile for sure.
Hey, fuck Bradley Bill. Get the fuck out the way.
Whoa,
Look at
you
this-
want a what, Bradley? B?
No, fuck Bradley
Shut
Bill.
up.
Look at this beautiful face. Look at this. All right. For sure.
Y'all get no bitches.
For sure. All right, look. I'm gonna do
That's what
one
that
right
tells
here.
me.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I really sweat. I really do. But I know she got a little background on her. And so we're gonna see what y'all think.
I'm judging you niggas based off of this one. I'm judging.
Bro, she's not
Right,
ugly. She's
and
not
I'm gonna be
ugly.
right
She's
now. I'm gonna be
valid.
honest with you right now. Trent is the only one passing.
Bro, she's valid, bro. She's valid. I'm not saying she ugly, but
Shut the hell up, Jay.
All right, y'all ready for this one?
Black women should
Yeah.
automatically have like a tax to be like she's already here just to start off.
now she look Latina though. She ain't black.
Cool. Look,
What, bro?
I
All
think
right,
Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
let's go. Come on, what we doing with this,
Who
man?
the fuck is she?
Wait, who's that?
Is
Paul
it Al
George.
Horford?
No,
or
this is
no.
Paul George.
Oh no, yeah, Paul George.
Nah, she
Is this the
trapped
one that
him.
was
I'm
a stripper?
good. She trapped him. I'm good.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Hold
Yeah,
on.
didn't
any
they break
context.
up or something for a bit? Or?
This is
No,
recent.
this is hold on. This is what happened. They
Oh,
didn't break
I think
up.
I'm wrong, bro.
Essentially, she a stripper. Paul George forgot to do what he needed to do, messing with a stripper, and by default became a husband. Basically,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm hitting that shit.
Hey, I'm gonna have to agree with Jay, but like,
So Jay
yo,
basically didn't listen to one.
hey, hold on. Go back to that picture you was just on.
Which one? This one right here?
Jay's like, yeah, that's
so
cool.
look at
now
who she
bounce.
friends with. Look at the second comment.
hey,
What
hold
it
on,
say?
hold on.
There you
Hey,
go.
when we originally talked about this, we just talked
Birds
about
of a
looks, bro.
feather.
Jay, I'm gonna agree with you 100% on this one, bro. But if we're talking about anything other than looks, no way.
Yo, hold up. I'm looking at these comments. Is this Zubot's wife?
Yep, that's exactly who it is.
They pull up the
They-
next one
Because
We gotta
they
get
all
the next
know
one.
each other. They not all know each other for real.
Hold
For
up.
real.
Wait, we got a late we got a new new
Pass.
challenger, new incomer.
Pass. Hard
Yeah,
pass.
Wait, pull up a picture. Pull up a
Yeah,
picture.
hold up.
Hard
'cause
pass.
I didn't
Yeah,
put
I
this in
can't-
my
I
list,
can't
but
see.
but we're gonna do this. What's up?
Pass.
Oh wait, hold up. She kind of
Pass.
Hey, bro.
Pass.
Nah, I
No.
don't know. I don't know.
The
What-
second
Pass.
easiest of the day, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know. That second flick.
Nah,
Wait,
bro.
what'd you say, Jelson?
The second easiest of the day.
What
No,
the
bro.
fuck,
No.
bro? Hey, fam, what time is it?
Hey.
It's about that time anyway. Once we done with this one,
Yo, for sure.
Hey, I'm a
Wait.
milkman, but I'm gonna have to pass on Shorty.
Nah, bro.
All right, listen. I'm gonna make this more quick because I didn't.
you
I
make
didn't
me
see the
fucking
time.
sick, Justin.
All right, look. So we're gonna go with one more, man.
Okay,
We're
I
gonna go
agree,
with one more.
Jelson.
Thank you.
Hey man.
All right, I don't even think I need to show this, bro. We smashing? We smashing Chloe or not, bro?
Nah, I'm
Nah.
pass. Her
Chloe
face,
who?
bro. She done got like
Chloe
1,000
who?
surgeries on
Her
that.
dad.
Are we talking about OJ Simpson's daughter?
This girl right here,
Nigga said OJ system, though.
Chloe.
I am.
Bro, she don't look like that no
I
more.
don't know
Jay.
about y'all, but
You don't.
she don't what?
She don't look like that no more, bro.
I'm
What's she
not.
look like now?
She can keep
Nigga,
it pushing.
zombie.
I
bro.
will not.
Hey, she look
Nigga
like
said
a
look like a
zombie.
zombie. Hey, listen. That was very fun. I definitely have. If I ever come again and bring some more girls to
I
this.
fucking hate these niggas, bro.
But listen, we're gonna start this Russell Westbrook debate real quick, man. Steph, how much time you got left? You going up to 11?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
we got some time.
For sure. All right, let's go. So, Derrick Rose 2011, Russell Westbrook 2017. We already set the teams up. It's going to be Garrett and Jelson, who like I'll say a diehard Derrick Rose fan and a supporter of Derrick Rose. So what we're gonna have them do is support Russell Westbrook. What we're gonna have Trill and Jay do is support Derrick Rose. Give y'all can start. Whoever wants to go first, to go heads or tails, or y'all can just start it off. Whoever wants to go first, go.
Hold on, yo. Let me cook. Let me start cooking.
We going
All right,
first? All right, say that.
But
All
look,
right, so
hold up. Before you go, Jay, This is your teammate right here. So let's not try to. If you're gonna steal a lot of steal his points, let's like.
Oh no, I got you.
Okay, so and Garrett and Jelson too. So
Stick with Derrick Rose. I could get the counterpoints.
cool. So I'm gonna give y'all. I'll give y'all 15 minutes. Let's go.
All right, so you can't tell me that Russell Westbrook's 2017 year was a better MVP year than Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose led that Chicago Bulls team to a 62 and I believe 40-something record. Anyways, it was the first in the Eastern Conference, and he was phenomenal.
100 games.
That's crazy. Anyways,
Keep going. I'm loving it so far.
Derrick Rose, yeah, he was incredibly dominant. He was actually like one of him and Russell Westbrook, obviously, but he really turned it on. He really became a winning player faster than Russell Westbrook, and he absolutely dominated at his position. That 2011 season, going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, but unfortunately, he didn't make it past the Miami Heat, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And in that series, he was incredibly dynamic. Although it wasn't the most efficient player when it comes to his field goal percentage, nor the three-point percentage. But when it comes to the winning impact of a player, I'm gonna have to take Derrick Rose over Russell Westbrook.
Hey man, Russell Westbrook, he's a do-it-all guy, man. Literally was the leading scorer in the league that year that he won MVP. Averaging a triple-double, bro. Nobody thought it'd be done again. I am the biggest Oscar Robertson stan probably on this planet, but definitely on this panel. And, bro, I said that's never being done again. And guess what? He did it. And people can say what they want about stat padding, whatever. Then how come it's never been done again since? And he did it 4 times. But focusing just on 2011 or 2017, bro, this guy throughout the whole season was by far, and it's pretty funny because if the Clutch Player of the Year award existed that season, Russell Westbrook would have it to his name. And that's the other thing too. Just think about where he brought that team. His starting bigs alongside, and I remember just from last stream, we had multiple people co-signing the fact that Steven Adams, it might be one of the most overrated players in the league right now. As for him and Enes Kanter, or Enes Freedom, I guess, as your primary big men on your lineup, bro, and Andre Roberson is your small forward, bro, that's not a team that's meant to win. And he carried them to the playoffs. And also just, I think when we're talking about what the buildup of his year was, being like the triple-double guy for the whole 2016-2017 season, bro, the fact of the matter is when he actually solidified that with that game winner and that final triple-double to surpass Oscar against the Denver Nuggets, that might be the best moment when we're comparing both of these seasons, like all throughout. Like highlight plays, sure, Rose will have some. Russell Westbrook will also have some. But that moment right there was historical to the extent where it's like we will never probably see something that magical again. When next person that does that, they're gonna have to hit it. They're gonna have to hit the game winner on the 43rd triple-double at the end of the season. They gotta have just enough, bro. You can't write a better script than that. And you can bring up the playoffs, but bro, neither of these teams got anywhere in the playoffs. Neither of these players were shot really efficiently in the playoffs. But the one thing about Russell Westbrook is he put up crazy numbers, man. Like basically nearly a 40-point triple-double. I got to give him credit. I'll let you go, Steph, and then Jelson can, I guess, rebuttal. We can go.
Hey, Steph, you have a lot to do because Jay fucked you up.
Hey, that's fine because there's some things I wanted to speak on in terms of Garrett's argument, and most notably let's look at some of the buzzwords being used, moments, some of these magnitude of certain shots, certain games, certain things, and all that is true. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, Westbrook's MVP was largely built off of narrative rather than results, unlike past MVPs, but also unlike Derrick Rose's MVP, because what built the hype to him getting this MVP, it wasn't just the fact of the triple doubles. We all talk about the triple doubles, of course, and he was the first player to average it going back since Oscar. We know that, but largely the biggest part to this whole equation It was him losing KD. It really wasn't the triple doubles. Yes, we talk about the triple doubles because that's most of the argument sakes, but it was largely losing KD and still being able to make the playoffs. Now, in my opinion, I think Westbrook's numbers, they look great on paper. And I'm not the biggest advanced stats kind of guy, but if you do look at the advanced stats of that year, it paints a completely different picture. And he wasn't the most efficient, neither was Derrick Rose. But the difference between that and Derrick Rose, the impact on Russell Westbrook in terms of winning was very clear in terms of the contrast that Derrick Rose's impact was, and that was an Eastern Conference Finals berth, playing against who was the best in the world at the time, who was up on the best in the world at the time. As Garrett, you know, like we all know, the Bulls had a very, very real shot of winning that series, had a very real shot of getting to the finals, and that's largely because of Derrick Rose and what he brought to this team. And before you do go, Justin, because I'm about to finish, yes, Westbrook and the Thunder, they were abandoned and betrayed by Kevin Durant. That was the large narrative for that season. And ironically, what I think hurt Westbrook the most and why I think Derrick Rose's season was better, it is that stat padding thing. And yes, I do get what you're saying with regard to everything with regard to stat padding and how it may not have been. But my only thing and the only problem with this was that, yes, that 2016, 2017 was bad. They were. But the following year, he added Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. This team was expected to go pretty far and perhaps even rival the Golden State Warriors, because if you do remember when they did match up, Russell Westbrook played very good in that game, locked KD up on 2 key possessions, and I could be wrong. I believe they won this game, but if not, it was a very close game. But regardless of that point, he still didn't do enough to take them over the hedge, which is why that became a stat padding narrative. Because when he did it the next year, they still didn't win. And this time he had 2 stars next to him that were looked to help them get, I don't want to say get over the hump because no one was expecting them to win, but they expected them to be further than a first round exit.
Now, if we want to talk about narratives, because that's something you brought up a lot, and there are narratives in every MVP case, but especially in the Derrick Rose one, there was a narrative being pushed that Derrick Rose should win the MVP because this guy's having such a good season at his age. His age was a massive narrative being pushed, while LeBron was arguably, in my personal opinion, for my money, was having a better season than Derrick Rose. Now, going to Russell Westbrook, talking about him, who's the guy that got second in MVP voting, and who did he beat out? He beat out James Harden that year, where he averaged 29 points per game, was unreal. For my money, one of the best NBA seasons I've ever seen. And he didn't even win MVP. That's how good Russell Westbrook's season was. James Harden was the 3 seed. Do you understand how good of a season you have to have, not only by the triple-double averages, which gives him it, in my opinion, but also the fact that you are 3 seeds below, but you carry a team where your second best player is either Steven Adams or a young Victor Oladipo, where Victor Oladipo was not the Indiana Pacers version. Russell Westbrook that year not only carried the team, he carried the league in highlights. He carried the league when it comes to stats, and he carried the narratives as well. Because MVPs, we know there's narratives that are involved. But I'll tell you, is that there was a narrative with the Derrick Rose situation where he was just young, versus with Derrick Rose, it was he is the best player in the league purely based off of the fact that he's doing every single thing on the basketball court while carrying his team to success.
You just proved our point right there.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Yo, chill.
What was the point that he proved?
How he just said.
Wait. Let Jay go. Let Jay go.
No, I was just gonna say, Justin, I'm glad you brought up the James Harden. In fact, when OKC made it to the playoffs, you know who they lost to in that first round? James Harden in that Houston Rockets team, man.
Because he had elite shooters.
Yeah, he had elite shooters, a better roster. As I just said, Russell Westbrook's literally second best player. Hold
on.
If he was that good, he beat James Harden out of that MVP. He should have beat him. Russell Westbrook would beat him in the MVP voting. Why didn't he beat his team?
So answer me this, Jay. Answer me this, because since he should have beat prime James Harden, who did Derrick Rose beat in the 2011 playoffs that was equivalent to a prime James Harden? Let me know.
Obviously, all right, that's not a good comparison.
It's not a good comparison because it doesn't fit your narrative. That's why.
You know how many?
The answer is he beat Danny Granger and he beat Joe Johnson.
Not comparable competition. That's fair.
Exactly. Yep.
But you're saying that Russell
you
Westbrook
play
has
who
such
you
a-
get put up against. You can't control your comp.
But then why are you
But
pushing
hold on,
Jay
hold on,
agenda
hold on,
first?
hold on.
I was
Westbrook
just
to
about to say why. The way you
Under
control your
standard.
comp and who you play against is by getting a higher seed in the playoffs.
So
By
let
James
me-
Harden.
bro, go ahead. I was just saying, bro, Derrick Rose, yeah, okay, league MVP. He also had a eventual top 5 player in MVP shares and defensive player of the year in Joakim Noah, a multiple-time All-Star in Luol Deng, an already proven multiple-time All-Star in Carlos Boozer. All those guys were on his team too, and I would take any of them before any single player alongside Russell Westbrook in 2017. You could say Victor Oladipo all you want. He transformed his whole body that offseason, and he came into Indiana as a different player. So to me personally, that's not really a great comparison to make. And everyone else, bro, we already mentioned this.
And everything you said contributes to why Russell Westbrook should have and deserve that MVP, but it does
Yep.
not correlate to it being better than what Derrick Rose did. Because again,
Why?
even though the
Yeah,
MVP
why?
is a regular season award and it is you obtain that in the regular season, even further than that, if you're gonna tell me who had the better year, not Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose had the better year because he literally carried his team way further. I know they had a team that was good. We know this, but what I'm saying is, as the number one guy, and you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and again, that year after Russell Westbrook had Carmelo Anthony and he had Paul George, and Paul George, he played one of his best seasons of his career, and he still did nothing with that.
We're heavily underrating Luol Deng and Joakim Noah especially. Those two in particular. Bro, people forget Luol Deng was a 20-point-per-game guy and an all-league defender, and Joakim Noah was a double-double machine and one of the best passers this league has ever seen. You can obviously not Jokic, whatever. Bro, in recent history, one of the best passers we've seen, and he was doing it on the defensive end. Quite literally, to that team, he was Draymond Green when we're talking about the heart and soul, because Derrick Rose wasn't the leader. He wasn't the guy speaking up like that. As much as Derrick Rose is the guy they love in Chicago,
sure.
he wasn't the vocal leader. Russell Westbrook is all of it for the 2017 Thunder.
And I could give you the fact that he's not a leader, but no. I could give you the fact that he wasn't a vocal leader, but not a leader that I can't quite rock with, strictly because of the fact that you can lead by example. And if we're gonna talk about it, Steven Adams was essentially Joakim Noah that season. If we're going there, Joakim Noah, he gave you 10 points, about 10 rebounds. Steven Adams gave you about 14 points, a little under 10 rebounds, I think about 9. He was doing a lot of the same things Joakim Noah was doing. Now, past that, Luol Deng got me. I can't even match that, because Luol Deng is one of my favorite role players ever. Love
Roberson too. Let's remind you, Andre Roberson, man.
I understand
he
you
was
have
locking up.
Roberson, but you also have Jeremy Grant, $160 million man on your team. He was a very good player.
No, stop!
Jeremy
Stop!
Grant was
He
far
Joakim
from
Noah,
Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant was not anywhere close to what he is now, and that's not even debatable. He may have gotten paid now, and he developed great. But what are we saying?
No.
Victor Oladipo had his prime, but that doesn't mean he had prime Victor Oladipo on this Thunder team.
Hey, I'm gonna give you this too. Arguably, you could argue that their best. I guess we're not including Cantor because we already talked about him as like the 4 and 5. I'm comparing him and Adams more so to Boozer and Noah. But
Time.
bro, compare Taj Gibson's. The Bulls had a better one.
Hey, look. Do y'all want to continue going, or y'all want to stop there? Let me know.
I mean,
I don't really got too many more points besides Derrick Rose. He was the better of the two.
Garrett, do you want to finish what you got to say about that?
All I was just gonna say is, like, if we're talking about the supporting cast, and like both these teams did have Taj Gibson, bro. Chicago Taj Gibson blows OKC Taj Gibson out of the water. Let's just get that out of the way. And I'm just looking at the depth of this team. Yeah, you could say they had Sabonis. They had a lot of guys like Sabonis and Jeremy Grant. They weren't what they became. That's just the reality of it. They were not that good at that given point in time. You could say the same thing about Oladipo. And I said that he completely transformed his body. They became completely different players when they eventually got better. It's just not the same player.
All right, man. I think that was a good back and forth.
I'm taking Roberson over Corver, by the way.
Stop.
And
Hey, let me know when Roberson makes the All-Star team, even
Wow.
if it is by an injury replacement,
Hey,
man.
I will say this. I will not put that in your. I would not give you that point. The time was over. Because if I did put in that,
That
in your
helps
point,
him by not adding that in his.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
behind.
for sure.
yeah, for sure. I would not. Okay. But look, this one is tough. I listened to both of y'all points. I will say I'll start from the beginning. Jay, I love you, brother. You was fucking up. You was
Nah.
fucking up in the beginning. Okay.
I know I did a little bit.
For
I did a
sure.
little bit.
I will say this. We all know Garrett's gonna come. He's gonna come with talk his
Whoa.
shit. Hold up.
Hold on, bro.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
What do you mean? What are we doing?
I was
What's
not
up?
gonna laugh until Jelson laughed, man. All right,
Nah,
go ahead,
I
Trent.
don't know what happened.
Garrett's
look.
gonna come.
See,
All right.
listen. So Derrick, he came with his shit. Cool. Now I will say I did like Trill's rebuttal a lot. I really did like his rebuttal a lot. And then obviously Jelson went. Now, I will say, and this is tough for putting me as the voter because it's like, if I go Russell Westbrook, it's like, oh, well, you're a Russell Westbrook fan, right? And so this is non-biased, right? These are your shits. I listen to all your points and stuff like that. I will say, Garrett, Jelson did help out them a little bit with his point.
Wait, can I ask you like how?
Listen, the point where they're like it's helping us out or some shit. Y'all throw so much fucking facts out there that I don't remember the exact point, but I remember they called you out on that.
What I said was that
You can repeat it.
Yeah. I just want to say
Yep.
what I said was that there was a narrative. He wanted what Trent's bringing up is that there was only basically a narrative around Russell Westbrook's MVP.
Okay.
But what I said was that there was a narrative around Derrick Rose's MVP because he was the youngest player in the league that was playing well. And even though he wasn't the best player in the league, they wanted to give it to a guy that was young just because he was young.
And because
But that
before the
makes it
season,
special.
he
What kind
even
of
said, "Why can't I
arbitrary
be
ass argument
MVP?"
is that?
It's
That would
what
make it
they
more
were
special
saying.
for Derrick Rose. That's not really a good argument towards Russell Westbrook.
And he also, you guys missed it, but Jelson also said because before the season when he was saying why not, why can't I be MVP? But you
Yeah.
guys didn't touch on that. But
Because that's more of a speculation. They wanted, like, you can't just
they
say
want it because
voters.
it fits the narrative. Exactly.
I mean, he still won it at 22. That's still impressive. That doesn't like even if the NBA decide to
First
shove
of
some extra
all-
votes
first
to
of
Right, but
all-
it's like a
No, hold
close
on.
enough.
First of all, I didn't say Derrick Rose was absolved of any narratives. That's not what I said. What I said was Russell Westbrook, in large part, got the MVP more so because of narratives, whereas Derrick Rose's was more so his play. There's always narratives around the MVP. You can't escape that. My point was Russell
There was
Westbrook being
narratives coming-
abandoned and left alone in OKC after Harden leaves, after KD leaves, and then he breaks this record, and then he gets them to the playoff. That I heard about that more than I heard about the triple doubles. And when I did hear about the triple doubles, it was strictly because people were calling him a stat patter.
Now look, what I would tell you as a voter, and I'm a little bit different voter than other people in the group. So I really go off. I listen to y'all facts, and I look what catches my attention a lot. That you bring up a good point, and then I compare it to the other person's point. So what was catching my attention a lot was when we look back at that OKC team, because I remember that team. Andre Roberson was fucking dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
And,
I mean, it was
Steph even agree with me when I said
Yeah.
about Dang. He's like,
No
I'll
way.
give you that. I'll give you that. You said
Now-
it a couple times. So.
that team right there. And when we look back at that Chicago Bulls roster, it was pretty good, right? You have a D Rose, you have a Luol Deng, you have a Joe Kim, you have a Boozer. That team was a top team in that Eastern Conference, right? And so I would say this, that's what kind of really caught my attention when you compare both teams and look at both rosters and stuff like that. And I really want to give this, and I feel like I'm bullying you. And I don't want to be like this, but if we're looking at both arguments and both, it's how you start, Trill, right? It's about how you start. So when you approach a shorty and the shorty's first impression is not the greatest,
You're cooked.
you're cooked. And so maybe maybe Trill should have went first. Who knows? But Jay, that first impression that I got from you because you was the first person to speak.
That's crazy. The whole
62 and
argument.
40 was where the end of it started.
No, but hold up, but look, bro. Like I said, I'm a different voter than other people. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not in person. I know y'all. I get that. And then with just that Russell Westbrook's team, man, and I really want to give it a tie, but like tie doesn't really do much. What does it really do? Can we even do that here? You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
gonna
saying?
lie, Team Rose won, bro. Trill respectfully. I mean, Trent respectfully, we won, bro. And
Hey,
nothing
tell
those
the key
Russell
holder how to
Westbrook fans
judge.
over there
Hey,
was
look,
they wasn't
for
cooking
that.
nothing, bro.
Hey, hold up. See, I didn't even put my vote, and you trying to come from the key holder. Hold up.
You already said your vote. You basically
No, I
said your
didn't.
vote.
I never said
Now
I said first impression, but I can.
You're
switch
selling
my-
me, Jay. You're
No,
fucking
I never
selling me,
said
bro.
my fucking vote.
Go say a vote. Key holder,
You're
say a
selling
vote.
me.
Hey,
fam.
hey, respectfully, fuck you, Jay, because you came for me when I was pointing to this, but what did Garrett do? He, on his other stream, he says, you know what? I backed out and then he gave y'all chances, right? See, I was just playing with y'all. I was playing with the fool real quick, nigga, but fuck you, because I take that. So you know what we going with, man? Team fucking Westbrook, okay?
That's
Because
crazy.
Jay, you want to talk
So-
so
High five,
much
Derrick.
shit.
Bias.
You
Bias.
want to talk shit. No. Hey,
Oh,
biased.
Bias as hell.
Nah, real shit though. The only reason that saved y'all shit was really Trill. I've really fucked with Trill's rebuttal. I did fuck with his rebuttal. I know. Garrett made a point with the Steven Adams. Well, Trill made a point of Steven Adams and Noah. Let's be honest. Steven Adams was really good that year. Russell Westbrook made him really good that year because it was that pick and roll or pick and
Yeah.
lob. It was really, really good, right? Defensively, you probably took Noah or whatnot, but I like that comparison. But when you start going to Luol Deng and the roster deep down and stuff like that, it's very, very hard to compare with a Boozer.
I couldn't argue against the roster. That shit.
Yeah, that and then also too, like if I didn't put the factor in, but Roberson, Culver, like come on.
Yeah.
I didn't put that factor in, but I think it was a really, really good debate. Like I said, it could have went either way. It literally could went either way.
These niggas had Alex Abrinas on the.
Yep. Let's not forget this team had Samaj Christian. I remember that
I
team
remember
that year.
him. I remember
Samaj
Samaj.
Christian, who's not even in the exactly. That
Joffrey
team
Laverne too.
Yeah, yep. That team
Wasn't that his only year in the league?
Crazy.
probably a few more years in it, but yeah, he didn't really do
Hold on,
too
I'm gonna
much.
go look.
But
Bro, I'm not
They
gonna
had
lie.
Norris Cole.
yep.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna lie, Trent. I thought you'd like. I felt like my rebuttal was better than my main point. I was a little surprised that you liked my main point, like maybe more.
You know,
I don't know.
it's a lot to take in, and this is why I wish there was more voters because I'm pretty sure this could have went either way. So like when it's just putting me on the spot, it's like fuck. I'm trying to listen to each point, and so what I really look for is those keywords and key stuff, and that's what I was really looking for. I listened to all your points and stuff like that, but it's
Like
definitely
I felt confident. Like when I brought up because I brought up the Derrick
I gotta
Rose
head
like
out,
not as
fellas.
the true leader. Oh, you gotta head out. All right,
bro.
see you,
For sure.
Steph.
Keep going.
Like when I brought up like the D Rose is like the true leader point, and then also like when I brought up Dang compared to Roberson, and like when Steph kept saying like I'll give you that, like I felt like oh yeah, like this is like adding fuel. That's what I thought like at that point.
See, and then when you start saying I'll give you that, it kind of gives the debate like it's in a sense of like, all right, here, we
Yeah.
give you the, you know what I'm saying? We give you the debate.
Mhm.
But we could continue to do that best off season, or we could stop right here. I will say this: I got to be up early tomorrow, so I kind of want to finish on the debate. So let me know what y'all are looking to do. Continue or
Should we get it the 2 hours maybe? That's like 8 more minutes.
Yeah, we
I say we
gotta
stop.
go
Go
2
I gotta
hours.
be up early too.
Yeah, I gotta head out of here pretty quick anyway. So
all right.
You said you got what 20 minutes, Chelsea?
I got 20 minutes.
All right,
Jay.
we'll get it done in 8 minutes. As soon as it hits 2 hours, we're done.
Yeah. Let's just.
Jay, you can fall asleep on stream. You got it, gang.
Oh wait, do we have any comments?
Yep.
Oh yeah. We got a comment actually from
Sports.
Sports Wikipedia.
Sports Wikipedia. If I had a nickel every time, 2017 Westbrook was barely active on defense, standing around the paint and waiting for the rebound.
How many nickels would you have though? I don't know if you finished.
Hey, hey.
Hey, I will say,
I'm not gonna lie, Trent. There was some things I was little like holding back on because that's my nigga Russ. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. Look, I think okay. Let's just have this talk real quick. if anybody knows, me and Jay are Russell Westbrook fans, right? And I know there's a lot of stuff that you can really bash him on. I think everybody can agree on that. And this is the main reason why I wanted to do this. As you not defending Russ, I wanted you to defend D Rose and Gary goes Russell Westbrook because it shows different sides of it. And I feel like if Jay kind of went more deeper in like bashing Russell, not bashing, but going the stuff that he's not the great, like I'm not sure, and maybe I misheard the negative acid part. Remember what beat me when I went with Mo was that negative acid part. Like maybe something could have been thrown in there, something, whatever. Like but why didn't you want to go on Russ? You know,
you could have threw in like 3-point efficiency or something.
You could have threw a lot of stuff in there for Russ.
Nah, I mean, I could have, but like I was just trying to. I was thinking of things more so to like praise Derrick Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only thing I pretty much said was the James Harden Russ MVP shit, but
I will say this: you could praise D Rose, and this is where I fuck up on. When you praising D Rose, try to throw in like if D Rose is shooting 30% from three. This is this example. Well, Russ did this. Like kind of compare those two in the sense of like who had the better whatever. Just kind of like compare them, but who had a type shit. You know?
Yeah. That was the hard thing for me because it's like I wanted to. I feel like most of my argument, I don't know if like Jelson felt the same way as a well, I mean, he kind of likes them both.
Hey, don't get it twisted. I'm a Derrick Rose guy through and through.
I'm like, I guess like more so like substantially like pro D Rose as opposed to Westbrook. So like I was more so just like, I guess elevating Westbrook and like giving like the good things about like his year as opposed to like saying like, oh, D Rose didn't do this. Like there were a few things I tried to say, but like I didn't, it was like, it was gut wrenching.
The furthest I could go from like the Derrick Rose slander was that the Bulls had the better roster and maybe like the narrative thing. But like that was like the farthest I could go.
Yeah, like even as a leader, like that point, I said like he wasn't like the true leader of the team, like that. Even though like what Steph said, like leading by example, like he definitely did that, but also like leading as like the vocal leader and stuff like that, both on the court and off the court. Like that's what I was kind of getting at for that.
For sure. Let's just for these last couple minutes, let's just kind of engage with the chat if they're still here. We do got two in here currently at the moment. Sports Wikipedia or whoever else is in here. If y'all want to ask us questions, could be sports questions, it could be anything, you know. Let's just like a little quick question and answer Q&A on stream. Maybe get to know us a little bit better. But
I'll ask you a question, Trent, because we've never had a situation like this. So with me and Jelson coming out on top, are we like co-key holders next episode?
You know, I feel like we should try. We should try different stuff, right? So if y'all want to, y'all could put something together, right? Or y'all can go against each other. But like, Jelson hasn't won, and
I won't be here Wednesday anyway.
You know.
You know what we could do? Wait, because I'm not going to be here Saturday. So if I could do Wednesday as a key holder, Jelson can do Saturday as the key holder. Sure. And Jelson, the mini game you make can decide who's the next key holder. I'll make one probably on Wednesday, but it won't be like for key holder or anything. If that's
right. That's actually a very, very good idea. But Sports Wikipedia said, out of all the players in NBA history that have considered a superstar, I don't think any player has shot more bricks. Listen, but before I finish,
chill, bro.
Hold on. Before I finish this, Sport Wikipedia, I'm not gonna lie, I've been reading all your comments, and I have not got one positive comment about Russell Westbrook since this whole stream started. What is going on? Like, what is going on right now? I get it. You can hate someone, but damn. Anyways, 1989, Jordan averaged 32.88 with elite defense, carried Bulls 47 wins, but didn't win MVP. Hey, this one is going to Garrett because I know he loves his GOAT, Michael Jordan. No, he loves his Chicago Bulls, man. How did you feel about this?
Yeah, actually, Sports Wikipedia was kind of talking to me about it last week or the other day. I don't even remember my days anymore, but we were talking about it recently. And I mean, I kind of agree. Like, bro, this should have been. I think the narrative, like people, it didn't really fit as well. Jordan had won it the year before. He was defensive player of the year, averaged more points. So like set higher standards for himself, but bro, he was kind of doing everything, and so it was hard. And actually like the year after that, both those 2 years with, I think Magic won 89 and 90. both those years you could argue Magic maybe shouldn't have won it. I think in 90, that was the first time ever, and still is the only time that a player won MVP. They did not get the most first place votes because Magic won the award, but Charles Barkley got the most first place votes. And personally, Jordan was probably more deserving of MVP too. So it was a weird time for the NBA. I can't really explain it.
Yeah, for sure. If y'all got 1987, only season where Magic was the best player. Let me know what y'all guys think about this.
Probably. I mean, I can hear it out for sure. I'm a believer that even though Magic is the best point guard ever, I feel like Larry Bird was always the better player of the two, and so like just because of that, like it's hard to say anything else. But that was after he won 3 straight MVPs. That year the Lakers won the title. He was the MVP. Magic. So like probably yeah, but I don't know what you think, Jay Jelson.
I agree with this only because I'm full in on the Magic slander.
Wow,
That's crazy.
Hey, I will say this, Jay. You're old enough to know this. Let's get it,
Bro, I did not. I did not watch basketball back then. I wasn't even born. Not think.
No. He was born. Bro was born.
old ahead. But listen, guys, it was a very different stream. Just wanted to have a lot more fun. We're going to be wrapping it up right now. We're going to have something new. So Garrett will be the key holder Wednesday and Jelson will be Saturday, which he's going to be the first time of being a key holder. So that should be very interesting. But if y'all enjoyed today's video, or stream, I'm sorry, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment down, go to our link tree, go check out our other social medias. I appreciate that so much. We love y'all. Have a great night, and we out. Peace.
Yes, sir.